All right, all right, all right. It's Monday night, guys. Welcome to Mother Tucker's. It's Marvelous Mother Tucker's Monday. Me and my co-host, my partner in crime, Mr. Bo or Luke Duke, per the music that I used this week. Who are you, Bo?
I'm
Because
Bo.
all right. I'm all right with being Luke. So good. Works out perfectly. And we're sporting some new caps, aren't we? Look at us, like some brand new.
We
Yeah.
went shopping.
Yes, we did. We went hat shopping on Friday and had a good time. And I think I'm going to go back and get a few more. So, how are you doing, Bill? Did you have a good day today? Did you have a good weekend?
Let's see. Yes, I did have a good day today. I've been blowing up IG with these, photos and videos I've been taking out in my yard. The animals are going crazy. We had some brand new fish in the tank. You know, it's been good. How about you?
Bill, that deer that ate the leaf out of your hand, gang. If you guys didn't see his reel, literally, was that your backyard, Bill? That was your
My
backyard.
front yard.
My God, in Bill's front yard, you guys got to go over if you didn't see it later and see that he has a reel. The deer literally takes the leaf out of his hand, and then you were able to touch him on the nose, weren't you?
Yeah. And the only reason I pulled my hand back is I kind of struggle with wildlife becoming too familiar and comfortable because, less than a mile here, they can be hunted. So,
Yes.
but I liked Karen Gillette's comment that I'm a grown up real boy pixie now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, gang, thank you all for joining us here tonight. I think we got some, I'm going to say for myself, I think I got some of the best glass to offer than I've been able to offer in a long time. So I'm really excited, and I'll go out on a limb and say I think Bill does too, because I got my eye on that tumble up, sir. That's a doggone good tumble up. So, gang, as we have the room fill up, tonight's official mod and bid ender is going to be the very lovely Karen Gillette. So when we get down to her little icon or avatar, I'll make sure that we let you guys know. We're going to say hello to everybody. Hopefully everybody's here to have a fun Monday night, set the tone for your week, get, laid back, relax a little bit, maybe score some great vintage. And then Bill's going to explain a lot better than I think I do how the sale's going to work tonight. I think because I literally forgot that last night I didn't tell folks to bid in the chat so it was a whole thing. So I'll scroll back up here to the top. And the first one that was in the room tonight, Bill, was the very lovely Deanna, Northwest Sunshine. Again, Deanna, thank you so much for assisting us last night and being our bid ender. Bill, did you happen to see that she was our bid ender last night? So she's feeling really good. And Deanna, thank you for being a backup mod here tonight for us. We love you and appreciate you so much. We're just happy that you're feeling good. So welcome back, Deanna. Oh, there's Mick's mom. How are you? I'm looking. I don't see Mick, but we see Mick's mom. So hello, how are you? There's Miss Tracy of Artsy Fartsy. And our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody out there in the California area, out in the western part of the United States. I didn't hear that anything major happened today, but I did hear that you guys had a lot of rain. So our thoughts and prayers. And you guys know out there in that area where they don't get a lot of rain, when there is a lot, there can be mudslides, trees uprooted, all sorts of stuff. So always our thoughts and prayers with everybody here, especially over in the western side of the United States. So let's see who else is here with us tonight. There's a lovely Karen Gillette. Right there is her little icon, her pretty little daisy. So please make sure you guys pay attention, because that's the lag you're going to want to beat. She's going to be our official mod and bid ender tonight. So thank you so much, Karen. There's my man, Mr. DJ himself. He's my YouTube DJ, Mr. Gavin of Grady Grupo Vintage Recording. So please, if you guys aren't subscribed to him, please consider giving him a subscription. He plays some good music, and I really enjoyed, and I had it to remember. I forget what song. I think he had Silhouettes. I think he just uploaded Silhouettes 2 hours ago. So good choice. That's my kind of music, the doo-wop. So if you love listening to oldies, even new music on vinyl, on a turntable, please make sure you give him a follow. And you can literally go to his channel and just let it play. You got a free DJ right there. So thank you, Gavin, so much. There's Shannon. How are you, Shannon? Welcome to Monday night, guys. See who else is here with us. There's our other mod, the Miss Holly Parker. How are you? It's always great to see you. Welcome to Monday night, everybody. There's Desert Gal. How are you? It's always good to see you, Desert Gal. See who else is here with us tonight in the chat. Welcome, everybody. There's Brenda. How are you, Brenda? Great to see you. We got Don't You Know? I think I got it. We got Don't You Know with us here tonight. So welcome. It's always great to see you. There's Cheryl. How are you, Cheryl? Welcome, everybody. If you guys want to say hello, please drop it in the chat. We'd love to give you a shout out. We'd love to see you. There's Miss Karen Kennedy. How are you? It's always good to see you. Somebody's up and at him. Did I wake him up? Did we wake him
Jason?
Up? I think so. Hello, Tammy. How are you? It's been a little bit. Good to see you. It's always great to see you, Tammy. Welcome to Monday night. I can't believe it's Monday already. It's already the middle of August. Oh, my goodness. There's Taylor. How are you, Taylor? And gang, if you're not following Taylor over on Instagram, excuse me, I hiccuped, over on Instagram, please make sure you're following her.
Did you see all that glass she just dropped, Jason? Holy cow.
I was just going to say, so if you guys don't have your fill of glass yet, head on over to Taylor. Then she's doing some static posts, and boy, she's got the good. She's got the good stuff. Good stuff. Hello, Leslie Newquest. It's always good to see you. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Monday night. There's Gina. How are you, Gina? Good to see you. See who else is here with us tonight. There is Miss, I was just reading Mick's mom's comment. There's Miss New Jersey herself, Steel Whisper. It's always good to see you. Welcome. Hello, Glowy Girl. How are you? Welcome to Monday night. There's JDA Collectibles. How are you, sir? Good to see you. I love saying this name. There's Aunt Kiki. How are you, Aunt Kiki? Welcome, everybody, to Mother Tucker's. You're going to be watched tonight, Bill. Blythe is in the chat. She's watching. How are you, Blythe? So good to see you. Blythe, I might have a lead on something for you. I might be able. Do you remember I had the little coffee pot salt and pepper shakers that were made out of glass? If all goes well, I might be reaching out to you. I might have a set. If you still,
I don't know. She just bought a new set of glassware today, and I think she broke the bank. So we'll see.
Okay. Well, they won't be that expensive. They'd be pennies considered to breaking the bank. But I'll keep you in mind. If I get them, I'll let you know. There's Simply Shenanigans. How are you, Simply Shenanigans? Welcome, everybody. We got Shabby Wonder here with us. How are you, gang? Welcome, everybody. The chat's jumping on me already, so let's see who else is down here. Pity Pat's picking. How are you? I always love saying that. Welcome, Terry. It's so great to see you guys. Hello, everybody. Let's see who else is here. Sherry's here with us. And Wendy. How are you, Wendy? It's so great to see you guys. Happy Monday. Oh, boy, I'm being watched. Tina, how are you? Watching me lurking in the corners always. So got to be on my best behavior. And there's Pat Robinson. How are you, Pat? Always good to see you. How are you? We got Sandy with us. How are you guys? Hope you guys had a great weekend and you're ready to get the week underway. There is Grandma Mary's Attic. So good to see you. Welcome. How are you? All the way from Texas. It's so good to see you. Welcome, everybody. We're not seeing anybody from outside of the country yet. I was hoping we were spanning the globe. We are covering Canada, so the Gillettes have Canada covered, so that's good. Let's see here. Who else is here with us? Gina, I can't remember if I said hello to you yet or not, but we're going to say hello to you again. How are you, Gina? You're very welcome, Taylor, and we both mean that very, very much. Let's see. Oh, Blythe put in the little icon sheet. She might want those shakers. So I'll keep you in mind. How are you, Lucinda? It's always good to see you. It's always great to see you in our chat and hanging out with us, Lucinda. Welcome to Monday. There's Greg. How are you, Greg? Welcome, sir. Welcome, everybody. See who else is here. And I might be down to the bottom, but there's Renovative Home. Hello, Sarah. It's always great to see you. Hope you're having a good Monday. Let's see. And we're all the way down to the bottom. So, gang, with about 75 of you here, please make sure you are subscribed to Bill's channel, Garden Guy Bill, and myself, Mother Tucker's Antiques. The link to Bill's YouTube channel is down below, along with his Instagram link and my Instagram link. Now, there's one big reason you guys got to make sure you're following Garden Guy Bill, because I need you guys, once you're done with the sale, to head over and see his latest video that he uploaded, because it is my proud pleasure on our first live since it's been announced that Bill is officially part of Mother Tucker's and has a booth with us. And I couldn't be more honored and privileged than to have Bill part of our store. So if you guys want to see how that process unfolded, please, when you're done, make sure you head over and check out Bill's latest video. It's really, really fun. So welcome to the clan. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the corporation, whatever the heck it is. Welcome, Bill. And so happy to have you. So if you are ready,
thanks,
sir,
buddy.
It's all you, sir. If you want to tell them how it's going to work.
Okay. Well, a lot of you have heard this before, but hidden within the instructions tonight will be a special announcement that you all want to hear. But I'm going to go over how this is all going to occur tonight. First things first, I say it every week, but let's talk about the chat a little bit. There are multiple versions of chat over here on YouTube, and to make sure that you are seeing the best option possible, you want to make sure you're in live chat all messages. If you see at the top of your device that you are in top messages, you want to toggle it over to all messages, especially if you want to participate in the chat or bid on an item tonight. Next, YouTube often experiences a lag, and oftentimes we see things at a different rate than you do. And that can be frustrating, especially if you're someone who wants to bid. So it is a good idea to refresh your YouTube stream every once in a while. And the way that you do that is you close YouTube, you come back into the sale after refreshing YouTube, and then you toggle again to make sure you're in live chat all messages. We also want to emphasize the chat because we love engaging with you. We want this to be an opportunity to learn, to build community, for you to all speak with one another and us. So please, if you're here tonight, let us know you're here. Engage in the chat, ask your questions. If you have a question about something Jason and I are selling, it could be helpful to put it in all caps, and we'll try to answer it. If not, one of our great moderators will answer it. I already see that we have both Karen Gillette, our official bid ender, Deanna Northwest Sunshine, and Holly H.M. Parker, as well as Tina. They're all in the chat, and they're all moderators. They'd be happy to answer questions, but quite frankly, we have a ton of knowledgeable people in the chat. So you might get a question, you might get an answer from anybody. You might get multiple answers. So next, we'll talk about the sale. We have 16 rounds tonight. The first 13 rounds will be traditional offer up rounds where Jason and I will show an item. We will tell you what the start price is. It will get pinned on the screen right where our email addresses are now. And then the bidding can commence in $1 increments. If you're interested in bidding, you can just type your bid right into the chat. You just need to type the amount, no dollar signs. Sometimes those will get filtered, just the amount, and the bidding will continue in $1 increments or more while Jason and I are discussing the item. We're telling you anything we know about it. We're pointing out any condition issues that you should know about. And hopefully people in the chat who know anything about it will educate us about it as well. After we get a few bids on an item, because we like to move things along quickly here on Mother Tuckers and respect your time, we will start a countdown. We will start with a 15-second countdown. At the end of that countdown, we will say bid end. And Karen Gillette, our official bid ender, I was thinking Deanna bid ended last night. Karen Gillette's our official bid ender for Mother Tuckers Monday. She will type bid end into the chat, and the highest bid before that bid end appears receives the item. Now, you may be here to claim a particular item, or you might see a particular item that is really of interest to you. If you would like, we do offer an option over here on Mother Tucker Monday called Just in Case. Just in Case is an opportunity for you to express the maximum amount that you'd be willing to pay for an item. And the way that you do that is you type in JIC with that maximum amount. And if at the end of the round, after the bid end is in, you have the highest just in case, we will bid you up $1 over the next highest bid or the next highest just in case, and the item is yours. But there are a couple of caveats with using just in case. First of all, it should only be used during the countdown. And secondly, it should only be used by people who have already put a bid in prior to the use of the just in case on that item. As long as those two things are met, we're happy to entertain your just in case bids so you have the best option to claim an item that you are really interested in. We also like to remind you that we are offering very nice, beautiful, but vintage items tonight. We do our best to describe the condition, but as all of you know, because you are vintage and antique lovers, these items have had other lives and they are in vintage condition. We also like to remind you that a bid or a just in case is a commitment to pay, so we would appreciate payment. I always say it that way because I think it's kind of funny. And if you are someone who claims an item, we need some information from you. We both bill using a PayPal service, so we need you to email us your YouTube screen name, your real name, your shipping address, and a PayPal email address. And don't worry if you don't have a PayPal account. You do not need a PayPal account in order to pay an invoice that is emailed to you. When we send you that email, you will get a link, and you just click on that link. It will take you to PayPal, and you will have the option of checking out as a guest. You don't need to create an account. You don't need to give them any information except for the information that you see on the screen and your payment information. It's that simple. And we do appreciate payment within 24 to 48 hours. Now, before we announce the details you need to know about our shop, we have a special announcement.
Yes,
so Jason and I have been talking, and we love to talk vintage. We love to kind of learn and tell you what we know about stuff, and we're trying to think of ways to engage a little bit more in that. So we have decided to create a viewers vintage challenge. And we're going to do this on weeks that Jason and I are together. When we have guests, we're not going to do it. But on weeks that we're together, we are going to do a viewers vintage challenge. And what that means is the week prior, we are going to do something to challenge Jason and I to bring a particular type of item the following week. Today, we are going to start it, and we will announce the process of how we're doing it and what we're doing after the recap and before the lightning round. So if you want to have an opportunity to participate in the Viewers Vintage Challenge, stick around, because I think it's going to be fun. And the fun thing is, it's challenging Jason and I.
Yeah, you're putting me on edge, Bill, but yep, we can do this.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
It's going to be good. It's going to be really good.
Okay, so if you don't know, my name's Garden Guy Bill. Bill, I ship from the Garden State of New Jersey. I do one part payment, ship to the US and Canada only, use PayPal, use Pirate Ship to get you the best deep discounts on shipping. And I plan on invoicing on Wednesday and Thursday this week for this sale. Unless you would like an open box, just let me know. I'm absolutely happy to do open boxes.
All right. And you also do free pickup, right, at the shop?
I do.
Okay. I do. All right. So I'm Jason, Mother Tucker's Antiques. Welcome to my channel. I also, like Bill, will invoice you through PayPal. I also use Pirate Ship to get you guys the cheapest rates possible. I do also only ship to US and Canada. I also offer free pickup. So if you guys are near me here in central Pennsylvania, I'm about an hour and a half west of Philadelphia. Please make sure you let us know that in the email. Then we will not invoice you for the shipping. And then once you pay your invoice, we'll make the arrangements to get it up to the shop for you. One little caveat that's a little different for me, since I had a pop up with Rochelle yesterday. Anybody who bought, there was one or two folks, but anyone else who bought yesterday, you guys have an open box. So you have an open box. I do all my invoicing on Saturday. So I pre-pack everything, weigh it, charge you what it costs us, and then Tina invoices you late on Saturday. So if you guys bought yesterday, you have an open box. So hopefully we can get everything. If you buy tonight or Wednesday during Fantastic Finds, we'll do our best to get it all in one box, get you guys even cheaper rates on shipping. So I think that's pretty much it. A few extra folks did pop in, so we want to say hello to them before we get started. Let's see here. I see Dusty Moose just popped in. Hello, Dusty Moose. It's great to see you. Tumbleweed had popped in. How are you, Tumbleweed? We have Enamor Amy, our vintage sister, is here with us. It's always great to see you. Let's see. I know I saw there. Did I already say hello to Dusty Moose? I know I didn't say hello to Constant Crazing. How are you, Constant Crazing? It's so good to see you. And I think that's everybody. I think we caught everybody else. And if by chance we missed anybody, nope, there's Mary. I knew Mary was in. Talk about an epic. Did you see all those poodles that you... Mary, I hope you bought them all.
I was worried for her. I was like, Mary, next time, take some water with you, girl. Come on, you're going to dehydrate.
I'm going to be keeping an eye on her booth at the store because I got a feeling some poodles are coming into Mother Tucker's, guys. So if you're in the area. Zeus, how are you? It's so good to see you. Let's see if I missed anybody else because we never want to, but sometimes our eyes don't catch it all, and I think that's everybody. So, gang.
I saw Philomena come in from our Australian friend. I see Susan Lynn here. Tippy Winks is here.
Wait, I missed a couple of them.
Heather just came in. Hi, Antique Agenda.
Oh, hello, Heather. Oh, there's Tirza. How are you, Tirza? Yep. I knew I saw you earlier pop in. And I do say again, gang, if we missed anybody, it is never intentional. We do our best to catch everybody and say hello. So welcome to Monday night. We hope we can set the tone for you. She bought about 90 poodles. I'm going to be keeping an eye on your booth, Mary, because you know that I love a good poodle. I love me a good poodle. So with about 140 of you here, gang, one more time, make sure you're subscribed to Bill's channel. It's Garden Guy Bill. It's getting hard for all of us to gain subscribers, so every little bit helps. So if you know somebody that isn't subscribed to Bill, myself, and Enamor Amy, any of us, please make sure you let them say, hey, these guys are doing something fun. You got to follow them. Classic Old Soul just popped in. It's good to see you. Welcome, everybody. So let's get it started, Bill. We'll get you moved over. We'll let you go first, and you let me know. There's Chris. How are you, Chris? Welcome. Let me know how much, Bill.
$16, Jason. And some of you may remember last week, I sold a beautiful Blue Neek Viking egret that my niece randomly found in a thrift store up here in northern New Jersey. So the day before she left to go back home to Europe, I took her thrifting again. And would you believe she walked up to me with another piece of Viking, which is also a bird?
So
and she's like, Doc, because she calls me doctor. She's like, Doc, it has the Viking sticker on it. So this 15-year-old is, I love that she's starting to appreciate the older stuff and be able to identify it, because there are lots of glass swans out there. Viking made some, but lots of other people have made them too. So the fact that she can pluck something off a store shelf, identify it, and then actually talk about how smooth the glass is, because we all know how smooth Viking glass is. It was just so cool. So yeah, these Viking glass swans are gorgeous because when you look at them from the top of a table, where they're supposed to be on a table, obviously, they always look like a heart. And I think this is just a perfect piece of glass for Valentine's Day or for Christmas. It's just so gorgeous. It is, let me tell you what the size is. It's 4.5 inches from the top of the head to the base and 6.5 inches from side to side. And it is in amazing condition. The corner of the Viking sticker has lifted a little bit, but it's in really good shape other than that. And, you know, some people say that these were meant to be soap dishes. I don't think that's the case. I think they were meant to be candy or trinket dishes, but you will see people online calling these soap dishes. And my guess is, if that's true, what they meant was soap you don't use, like the fancy soap that, you know, grandma had in the bathroom.
The good Avon soap. The good Avon soap.
Right, the Avon soap. So pretty. And she was just so darn excited that she found another piece. And I don't think she fully appreciates how difficult it is to find all of this out in the wild. I think she's starting to get a sense of it, but, you know, she's lived overseas her whole life. So vintage is not something that, so she grew up knowing. But really, really fun. So thank you for your bid, Dee. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. So if anyone else is interested, we're looking for $17 or more for this Viking ruby red swan trinket or candy dish.
So good. So good. It'd be a bougie gravy boat too for Thanksgiving coming up if you'd want to.
Yeah, I would be nervous using, I would probably have to hold it like this if I were pouring gravy.
Yeah.
But luckily this time she didn't come up holding it by its neck like she did with the other one.
Yes. Yes.
All right. We're looking for 17 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I always loved New Martinsville and Viking when they would blend the colors, the clear, the cobalt, the clear, the red. It's so good.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice. And there is the bid end. Thank you so much, Karen. Dee, congratulations. This is coming to you.
Congratulations, Dee. All right. My first item, I'm going to start out slow. It's going to be $10. Okay. I did my best to research this, so I'm going to ballpark the information that I know. But I do know that this is made of like a pewter style metal. So you can see it is this frog. So it's this pewter style metal, and it does have its original little frosted glass perfume bottle. The top of it is metal. I feel like this is just like a regular, I don't think that's sterling because it's not marked. So I believe that the lid on it is just normal metal. It's a nice heavy lid, but I do believe that this is maybe a pewter style. I'm not too sure. There is a little bit of a patina on it, so I left that on just to kind of show the age. I did find an example that was close to this, but it had rhinestone eyes. And that one, the eyes were inset. Cheryl, thank you. I see you for 10. I see you for 11. Thank you so much. The eyes were inset. So these are not. So I don't believe that there would have been rhinestones in this frog's eye. So you can see it's almost like a hammered or poured metal. Then you can see the bottom here. Now, there are no names. You can kind of see, you might want to think there's a name here. On the bottom, there's nothing. But I did find one online, and it did have a cobalt perfume bottle in it. But mine is clear, and the other one I found, it had the cobalt. It had rhinestone eyes. So with the little glass bottle in it, now the fella I bought it from, he said he bought in a state of jewelry. All the jewelry was from the 30s to the 60s, and this was with it. So he assumed that it was probably 50s or 60s. I think 60s or 70s, but nonetheless, it's really neat. If you guys like frogs, if you guys like something different, like this almost could be like a Nouveau era style piece. And it measures with the little perfume in, and you can set the perfume however you want. It measures about 2.5 inches tall by about 2 inches at the widest point. So I'm going to take that out the bottle and show you how great the details are on him. He's really, really cute. And then you can see how they hollowed him out. Still no name, no nothing on it. And then this is a nice heavy piece of glass. You can see it is frosted, and I did leave the little patina on it because I'm assuming that where the other spot was, that's how that sat kind of off kilter for a long time. So we're at 14 with Jamie. Thank you so much. We're looking for 15 or more. We're going to go ahead and do a countdown on him just in case for active bidders. And we'll go from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And I just wanted to show you the top does come off. So the top does come off. There's no damage to it. The fact that the little bottle still remained with this cute little frog. Just thought he'd look cute on your vanity, in your little maybe frog collection if you have a frog collection. Just a super unique piece. All right, Karen, thank you so much for that bid end. And our last bid, I think, was Jamie. So, Jamie, it's going to you for $14. Thank you so much, Jamie. All righty, Bill, we'll get you over here.
Sherry, don't worry about it. I'm always laid back when it comes to things like that. So, Jason, I need to show my item that's hard to show right now.
All right.
So if anyone's interested, I'm going to start this next amazing thing that I found at $36.
All right.
So I know a lot of you are familiar with Wade Whimsies, the little mostly animal and other figural ceramic pieces that were meant to be match strikers and you would get in your rose tea. But Wade is a much bigger ceramic company than just the Whimsies. In fact, Wade also made a lot of other pieces like this ceramic village called Whimsy on Wye. Whimsy is the name of the town, the fictional village, and Wye is the river that the little miniature village exists on. And I happened to find an entire set of the village in its original box. Now, if you're not familiar with the Whimsy villages, these came out in the early 1980s, and there were four sets of Whimsy on Wye. So each set is 8 different buildings, which I will show you in a minute, and they came in packaging like this. All of the buildings in this set are present. This is set number 3. So there are a total of 4 sets of 8, and they are wicked cool. I'm going to show them to you all here. They are just little mini porcelain buildings. Each building has a name, which I'll tell you in a minute, and a little bit of history. And when you have the whole set together, all 4 sets, you have actually the entire village of Whimsy. And Wade got so into this because Wade had a collector's club. They actually published a village chronicle that people who were involved in the club could get. So you could actually see all these sort of fictional events that happened in this village. It was so popular that later on they made a second village that was that resided in Ireland, and then later on they made a mini mansions group as well. But yeah, it's really fun. I love Wade, so I'm a nerd when it comes to them. So these are examples of different sets from the village. You can see one of them has a windmill. The village I have has the following buildings. It has the Pink Vicarage. This is where the vicar would live. They all are stamped Wade, England on the bottom. And somewhere on them, you will see a number in a circle. And that number indicates which set that it comes from. Yes, they are weighed porcelain. The next is called Broomshaw Cottage.
A
Because I just think of Ariana whenever I think cottage.
little spotted tea.
And these are tiny little boogers. These are, like 2.5 inches tall. Then we have the Tinker's Nook. How cute is that? The Tinker's Nook. Next, we have Briar Row. So a beautiful little multi-unit home, which is oh so common in the countryside of England. Then we have Whimsy Station. This is actually the train station for the village.
These are so cool.
And the candy shop.
Oh, sign me up.
This is called the Sweet Shop.
Sign me up.
And then we have Merriweather Farm, another one of those interesting L-shaped buildings. And they're all in great condition, by the way. They may have never been out of this box. I don't know. And then finally, we have the Manor House. Yes, that's good. I wouldn't be living here. I'd probably be in Tinker's Row or something. But so fun to have the whole set. You can just go ahead on eBay and find the other ones, and you can actually see typically how much one building would go for. And here you can get all 8 of the third box in the series. So again, this series would have had 4 different sets for a total of what is that? 16, 36, 32, 38, 42. Right. 42. I can't do math when I'm on video. A lot of little porcelain homes. So yeah, that's what they are. Did I miss any questions about them? I don't think so.
No, I haven't seen any. Just folks wanted to make sure if they were the weighed porcelain. That was pretty much it. And then they were just checking on the different names of the houses. Nope. And then you got MJ Bear.
Read this. It's it says a beautiful miniature English village in real porcelain. So yeah.
You wanted it to say your quintessential village, didn't you?
I did want to say quintessential. And then on the side is the listing of the first 3 sets. And because this is set number 3, set number 4 hadn't been made yet, but you can always grab the Wade book and look at the other sets. Pretty cool. All right, so thank you all for your interest. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. These are so fun if you love minis. I could just imagine the kiddos in your life really having fun with these at Christmas time if you wanted to decorate them up with little mini bottle brush trees and little mini figurines. It could just be so much fun. I'd probably put them in my plants, but that's me. So right now we are looking for 48 or more. Active bidders may put a just in case in, and I'm going to start that countdown. Thank you, everyone. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Me too, Deanna. I never knew these existed either. I may have passed them up, didn't even know what they were. Now I'll be looking now.
Well, I'm a little bit of a Wade nerd, and when I saw this, because I knew they existed, but I'd never seen them. I never thought I would. Was really super excited to see it. Okay, thank you, Karen, for the bid end. It looks like there were a few just in cases. I see Carol Glowy Girl in at 67, but MJ Bear was in at 73. So MJ Bear, these are yours for $72. Thank you so much. You're really going to love them.
Actually, Bill, I think MJ gets them for 68.
Oh, that's 68. What I meant. Did I say 74?
No, 72.
I am numerically challenged tonight. So nope. 68. Yeah, I got it.
You got it. It's all good.
That medicine I took.
All right, gang. My next item is going to be choice. And if you're selling with Bill, you got to bring your flower frog. So it's going to be choice on some pottery, flower frog. So I'll show them to you like this, and then I'll show you up close. Now, the one that has the flowers on it, there are some rough spots. So I think it was used. I don't want to necessarily say that they're chips. They might be little nips or flea bites. So these are better looked at straight on. So for $15, this is your first choice here. It is stamped that it is made in Japan. So it's this Majelica style look flower. And it is your flower frog. It has, let me make sure, it has 6 different holes in it. So it has 6 different holes. Some of the sharp points on this have little rubs or nips. So like, for example, you can see right there on that corner, there's a little nip right there. But honestly, for all these sharp points on here, I think that's minimal. There's actually like a little glaze pop right here on the corner of that little leaf. But then I'll show you here on the bottom. It's very crudely stamped, but it does say right here at my finger, it is marked made in Japan. So this one, if you guys need to know, I think I already said it has 6 holes. This one measures about 2 3/4 inches tall by about 3.5 inches wide. So what I love about these flower frogs is they don't have to be used as flower frogs. They make great figurines. You can see that great cobalt blue on there with the yummy butter yellow in the center, along with these closed little buds and the leaves. So gorgeous little piece of pottery, probably 40s, 50s maybe. It might be even prior to that when it was Japan, but it is not the occupied Japan. So now you guys always know I'm trying to fill those mermaid bathrooms with something extra. I believe that this would have been an insert to a larger vessel, probably. I'm not sure the manufacturer of this. I could speculate. You know, Bill, do you think you might know who made it? I mean, it could be.
My guess is it's either American Bisque or it's Shawnee.
I was leaning towards Shawnee, but I can tell you that this is definitely an American piece of pottery. So it's reading very yellow on the screen, but it is more of a peach. It's a mix between like a peach and a yellow. So there is some crazing on this, but it's really, really unique. No damage. I don't know if it's even going to catch all the crazing. You can see there's a crazing line over there. For this guy has 8 holes. So this guy has 8 different holes. Is it really? Get out of here. Hold on. Let me bring you over here, Bill. What is it? It's Shawnee.
It's Shawnee,
right.
Jason, because Shawnee is my pottery company tonight.
I thought it was Shawnee. That's what my guess was. So now, was that in a larger vessel or was it just by itself?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, but I think these stand alone. I think they make just great, little pieces. I mean, people do put marbles in. How great would this be? If you guys love the nautical, you love the mermaid bathrooms, you guys could put little marbles in there, maybe glowing marbles. But I just love the details that you can actually see. Look, there's the bottom of the seahorse. If my camera wants to focus, again, no chips, no cracks. This guy here measures just about 4 inches tall. So he's about 4 inches tall by about 3 inches wide. So again, I know folks collect the flower frogs. They really like the flower frogs. And that was your second choice. And then your first choice is this gorgeous flower one in what I call a Magelica style. I don't believe that it's really true Magelica, but it definitely has the look and the feel about it. If you guys, want to put together a nice arrangement in one of your shallow vessels, one of your shallow planters, this would look great in there. And it's very sturdy with all those little holes. They can come right up around the flower and it would make a great bouquet. But I'm not seeing any interest on either of them, and that's okay. Just to account for the lag, they were $15 choice. They are pottery. This one is stamped, made in Japan, There are some rough spots, on it. I think it's had a life, but I think that gives it character. There's nothing really major. There's just a few little nips. Let me show you this one again. So we're just looking for 16 or more. That was your first choice, made in Japan. And I'm going to write it down in my notes. This one is Shawnee. And it is this gorgeous seahorse, but we're going to keep it moving and get you back over here, Bill. All right, sir.
So no joke, Jason, $15, also Shawnee.
Gotcha.
Shawnee, USA. This is 80868, and it is this amazing vase. One of the classic designs from Shawnee from the early 1950s. It is the burlap finished vase.
I love this.
And it is 8 inches tall. And it's beautifully glazed on the inside in this yellow color. So Shawnee did a number of pieces with the burlap finish. Most of them were planters or vases. And they came in a couple different colors. And I've always been myself attracted to this brown color because if you do mid-century, it works. But if you do cottage core, shabby chic, farmhouse, it sort of works in a lot of different areas. It's one of these burlap, I think, is one of those things that can transition well, but it was made for a mid-century home. And I think that's where we see the pop of color on the inside. Yeah, the yellow, Deanna, I believe it's really beautiful too. And you can get a good sense of its condition. It is nice and clean. Whether or not it was ever used, I don't know, but I don't see any mineral deposits. There is a bit of drip in the glaze around the top, but that's dripping the paint under the glaze. And it does have, it's early 1950s, though I cannot find an actual year, but when Shawnee transitioned from the type of pottery we just saw from 30s and 40s, these are the 50s pieces that have these finishes. I have a basket weave finish on another piece later today. So these were, mid-century 1950s pieces.
Great look. Great look. I love this. I love it.
Isn't it fun? And it's a nice size. If you're looking for a nice, larger vessel to put some arrangements in, it's also a nice shape because you can put a plastic vessel down in the base of it to hold the water if you don't want the water to be directly in contact with the ceramic. Just so pretty.
Very tiki and Hawaiian too. Also
very could go in that direction as well. Yeah, really fun. And it does have the classic Shawnee. Now, most Shawnee was made without a mark. So when you find one with that Shawnee mark on the bottom, it's always nice because there's no question whether or not what it is. But again, this is a classic design. Came in multiple colors. So thank you for your bid. I agree. Any of those long-stemmed multi-flower, multi-bloom flowers would look great. Really? So gladiolus would be great in this, Deanna. I agree. Someone didn't get his bulbs or corms into the ground this summer, so I didn't get any this summer. But hopefully somebody has some. All I said was early 1950s because I was not able to identify a year. And again, I know a lot about Shawnee, but I don't know a specific year. It is early 1950s though. So I'm going to go ahead and start that countdown. Right now we're looking for 16 or more. Active bidders can use it just in case. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And I don't know if you can all see, it really looks like burlap, and it has the texture of burlap as well. So
and this is super clean, Bill. Super clean. When I see them, they're all nicked up and damaged.
And because this is a matte finish, they get really dusty and they can be hard to clean on the outside. This one is in great condition. So there is the bid end, buttermilk and cream. Thank you so much. This is yours for 15.
I love that name, buttermilk and cream. All right, gang. My next item is going to start at $22. And I was able to source some very popular Fenton glass. It is called Coin Dot. So it's called Coin Dot. So the first piece that I'm going to offer, it's going to start at $22. I have the top hat. So these are really great, and I'll explain to you why. They can be used for all sorts of different things. This one is a larger one. A lot of times you find them around 2 inches tall and less. This one is 3 inches tall. So this is in the white opalescent. There's no chips, no cracks. There's no issues. This is actually one of Fenton's most famous patterns. It was actually introduced in their catalog back in 1947, and then it took off and it gained even more popularity into the 1950s. So a lot of Fenton collectors obsess over this pattern. They collect this pattern. It's known in a lot of different colors, but the most notable ones is in the white opalescent. So you can see how great it looks. I love the optic effect. Do you see it's almost like a kaleidoscope when you spin it? So you can see that. That's part of the optic effect. There's no chips at all to the ruffles that you can see around it. These also make great little votive holders because they're big enough. So gang, if you buy this and purchase this, you can drop your little candle in there and you can get all that glimmer and all that flicker in a gorgeous dark room. Especially in the white. It's great all year round. It's great to use in your Christmas decor. It's actually big enough you could pop a little bottle brush tree in there. And I don't think it necessarily looks like a hat. I just think it looks like an open, small, crimped vase. So there you can see the bottom on it. There's no thickness to the glass. Again, it was introduced in 1947 in the catalog, and it gained popularity. And at $22, guys, it's a great starter piece, and they go for a lot of money, this pattern. And it's actually called the coin dot, not to be confused with the coin slot, which is the opposite. So it's the opposite way. Instead of it being the white opalescent with the dots, it's clear with little opalescent dots all over it. So
I think that would look great at Christmas with a couple of knee huggers poking out of it.
Oh, I agree. And I turned it off before I dropped it in. So if you guys are looking for some super collectible Fenton glass, and I'm going to have 3 pieces of it tonight, so hopefully there's some folks that are interested in it. This does go for a lot more, especially the larger ones. This one measures 3 inches tall by about 4.5 inches wide. It's about 4.5 inches across. No chips, no cracks. I'm going to put my black behind it because I kind of feel like it's getting blown out, so you guys can get the full effect on this. This sells so quick at the shop. There's a great example of how this looks right there. You can see it going all the way through. I just think it's a gorgeous piece of glass. I'm super excited that I can actually offer it on a live. I don't find it that often at a reasonable price that I could bring it. So again, one more time, just to account for the lag, if anybody's interested, $22. It is the Fenton white opalescent ruffled coin dot. It's also known as the top hat. You know, Fenton did make a lot of top hats. Susan, thank you so much. Ouch. Susan Sharp's in at 22. Thank you so much. Looking for 23 or more. Again, it is the taller one. They do come in different sizes because each one's a little different. You find about the 2-inch one a little more often than you do this larger 3-inch one. So, and again, one more time, there's no chips on any of the ruffles. Martina, thank you. I see you in at 25. So we're looking for 26 or more. And again, I got 2 other pieces. One is really, I don't say it that often, or if I do, the other piece is really rare. So if you guys love this kind of pattern, you want to hang around because I have 2 other pieces. Let's start a countdown on this, looking for 26 or more. Martina is in at 25 on the coin dot Fenton white opalescent. So we'll go from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Just look at that optic in there because of the dots on the other side. Like I said, it's like a kaleidoscope. Gorgeous piece when the sun comes through this. So good. And gang, don't forget, just in case, if you are an active bidder, again, I was just so excited that I could even offer this in a live. So there's the bid end. Thank you so much, Karen Gillette. So Martina, congratulations. And Martina, I don't know if we've worked together before, and if we haven't, or if we have, it's been a while. So Martina, if you can just email me right here at mtuckersantiques at Gmail, just email me your information and your PayPal email, and we'll get you invoiced. Thank you guys so much. Congrats, Martina. All right, Bill.
So Jason, I'm going to bring the other item that is a little bit more difficult for me to show, and it's going to start at $80 if anyone is interested. And it just so happens to be a piece of Fenton. It's a more contemporary piece of Fenton. Look at this beautiful little tumbler. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is a Burmese tumbler, hand painted. Look at the flower on the bottom. Isn't that just so lovely?
I love Burmese.
Yeah, Burmese is great. And if people don't know, one of the reasons we love Burmese is because it illuminates like crazy. So it's really, really pretty. And it is one of the 95th anniversary pieces that people in the Fenton Collectors Club were able to get. But this isn't the only piece from this set, because this is a tumble up. And I know a lot of you know what they are. But a tumble up is a little a water container that you're able to keep on your nightstand. So this is actually, again, the 95th anniversary tumble up in the Burmese type glass with a rib optic pattern on the glass. And it just illuminates so, so beautifully. It is hand painted. It is signed. This was an exclusive piece offered to people from their museum collection. And I have the official museum collection paperwork that comes with it, with the number of this piece. Really fun. But what's really fun, and you know this, I know a lot of you know, with the hand-painted Fenton pieces, the artist always signs the bottom. And in this case, the artist is somebody right. I can't read the first name. However, in addition to the artist signing it, George Fenton also signed the bottom.
Yep. So I think all those, I think a Fenton family member always signs the museum pieces, always is there and signs one. Oh, breathtaking.
So the set, let me just give you the size on the set. The set is 7 inches tall and 4 inches at its widest. And I just want to give you a close-up on the gorgeous hand painting that you can find. And actually, when you're up close, you can actually see what they mean by the rib optic. It goes, so Burmese is not a color, it's a range of colors.
Yes,
And
it
it
is.
is a range between yellow and pink and
Yep.
all of the shades in between, which is why Burmese glass is so beautiful and why it illuminates and why it's so sought after. Look at the detail on the leaves. They're so soft and pretty.
So good.
Yeah. So in addition to the certificate, there also is the original tag that would have been around. I just took it off to show it, but it actually has the name of the piece and Fenton Burmese. That's how it's spelled if you don't know, with some interesting information. Again, the museum collection would have first gone to people in the Fenton Glass Collectors Society. So, yeah, I agree, Noel. This would never go on my bedside
No.
either. In fact, it is a satin finish. If you didn't know that, I should mention that. It is a satin finish. So while it's meant to be a tumble up, a water dispenser, I'm not sure that's the best use for it because satin can get a little messed up and grimy over time when it's in contact with liquid. But so pretty for a display. It's just really a statement piece. So thank you all for your interest. I'm going to go ahead and count it down. So right now we are looking for 111 or more for the Fenton Burmese Tumble Up with its paperwork, 95th anniversary edition. Active bidders can use it just in case. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Bill, who is the artist again? And Taylor, it is signed by Fenton himself, a Fenton family member.
It looks like it might be David Wright. I'm not sure. The first name starts with a D, maybe Diana.
Okay.
But yeah, it does have George Fenton's signature here on the bottom. And the actual, oh, maybe you can see it better than I can.
There you go.
It's somebody right.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is the bid end. Suzanne had just in case of 120, but didn't need it. Suzanne, congratulations. This beautiful piece is yours for 110. Thank you all for your bidding.
It's an incredible piece of glass. So I'm going to go away from Fenton for a few moments, although I'll bring my other coin glass in a little bit. I'm going to offer you guys an opportunity to have a harder to find fairy lamp by L.E. Smith. So for just $28, if anybody's interested, I have a clear L.E. Smith Moon and Star fairy lamp. No issues at all to it. Maybe some roughness in the mold. A lot of these molded fairy lamps by L.E. Smith, the mold does have some rough marks, but they aren't chips. It's just the way they were manufactured. I spoke to a lot of different L.E. Smith Moon and Star collectors, and they said that this was kind of a flawed mold, that L.E. Smith even knew that when it was manufactured, there would be some roughness. But it's such a great fairy lamp that they still produced them, but that's just one of the issues. So this one isn't clear, and what's great about clear is that it can stay out all year round in every single decor. I do have one of my lights in it, but you can't see it flickering too much. The great part about clear glass is that you get to see all the optics. It's also great because you can put different colored lights in it. It does also reflect the glass that's behind it or glass that's around it. So Linda, thank you. I see you in at 28. We're just looking for 29 or more. This guy here measures about 6.5 inches tall, 6.5 inches tall by about 4.5 inches wide. So we're in at 28, looking for 29 blights. So if you're interested, you'll have to come in at 29. Again, the clear glass, especially at this price point, don't be afraid to use this one. Take it out. We still got plenty of time. Take it out on your patio, out on your porch. Put yourself a citronella candle in there. Put yourself a fake candle in there and just use it. These are great, especially at Christmas time. If you can get yourself a smaller pillar candle, like a red or a green, you pop it in here. It completely comes through all these optics of the moon and star. If you guys aren't familiar with the moon and star pattern, a lot of people think some of this has to do with it. It doesn't at all. Moon and star is attributed to right here, the bottom part, because it is a moon with a star on the inside. A lot of people think it's the two. It's not. So LG Wright was the first company to come out with it. It's been around for a very, very long time. Then other manufacturers took it and have kept it around, and I think we're all happy for it. So again, this is a Moon and Star Clear. I have sold red ones. I have not sold a blue one, but could you imagine during 4th of July, if you had this clear one, a red one, and a blue one.
That's a goal right there, Jason. That is a goal.
Completely 4th of July. And again, gang, don't discredit these clear glass pieces. They have great optics, probably more so than some of the colored glass here. I'll hold it like this so you guys can see. This one is made by L.E. Smith. A lot of times the L.E. Smith ones had that round little mold in the middle. The later ones would have like the W for Worcestershire and things like that on it. So here's your chimney. There's no roughness. There's no chips. There's no cracks. There is some roughness to the mold, though, because, again, I say, when you find these, you're always going to find that the molds have some rough marks on them. So, all right, gang, we're going to keep it moving. We're looking for $30 or more. Active bidders can use just in case. Again, this will give you guys your first opportunity at a Moon and Star fairy lamp. So $30 or more, just in case for active bidders. We'll count from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. It even repeats down here on the base at the bottom. I love these lamps. Oh, if you guys could collect all the colors of them, they even have some rare colors with uranium, all sorts. It's so good. So good. And a great start price. I'm happy to offer it. So there's the bid end. Thank you all for your bids. We had Marion at 31, Linda with a just in case at 33. Then we had Beth in at 30. We had Blythe with a just in case at 35. But Beth, you got right in there before the bid end. So Beth, it's coming to you for 35. We didn't need your 40. Congratulations.
No, right, Jason, that would go. Blythe had the first 35.
Oh, yes, Blythe did. You are correct, Bill. Absolutely. Sorry about that. Yes, because the just in case turned into a bid because of the 35. So Blythe, it's coming to you. Congratulations. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Jason, I have a super hard time finding those clear ones in good condition.
I do too.
And unfortunately, I don't think they made a real ruby red. I think they only have the stained amberina one, but it's close enough to red if you can find a good condition.
Yes. Yep, you're right.
So Jason mentioned L.E. Smith, but he also mentioned another company that is very closely related, LG Wright. And I have an LG Wright piece tonight. Jason, it's going to start at 25 if anybody's interested.
I didn't even know.
What didn't you know?
I didn't know that you had an LG Wright piece. And
So I have this beautiful daisy and button ice blue. So this is the ice blue color. Butter dish in amazing condition. I can't find a chip or a crack or anything wrong with it. And L.E. Smith made a lot of these as well, but the finial is different between LG Wright and L.E. Smith. So this is the LG Wright one. And it also comes in other shapes if you don't know. I'm sure many of you do know. There's a beautiful round one as well. And then there's one, it's almost squarish, and I think that's for the Irish butter. But this is the rectangular, beautiful butter dish in the daisy and button icy blue style. It is, I'm just looking. Oh goodness, where is it? It's 4 inches tall, so from base to the top of the finial or the handle, and it's 9 inches from side to side. So nice, because if you just needed a tray for something too, look how beautiful in deco that glass in there looks.
I love this blue. It's such a bright, brilliant blue. It's like bluer than the sky blue. When you guys see this in person, it's almost like it glows. Like you're right, Bill. It's like it glows on its own.
So yeah, that actually gives a really good indication of what
Holly.
It looks like in person.
It does.
So pretty. And again, it's sizable.
It is.
Really pretty.
And you said no chips or cracks because these were really prone to some gnarly chips.
Yeah, I wonder if this one was ever used. My fingers have gone over it so many times. My eyes have gone over it so many times. And because of the number of divots in the daisy and button pattern, you always wonder, but I wasn't able to find anything wrong with it. Every single point on the star up here is present and in good condition. It's just a really beautiful piece of glass.
Bill, this might be off topic for a second. I can relate everything to Christmas. A few times when we've sold this color in our store, folks like to use this on their Christmas dinner table if they go non-traditional, because loosely the top of that looks like a snowflake. So it actually looks like icy blue, great for the holidays coming up, great for Christmas time, great for New Year's. And it always resonates with me every time I see this butter dish, that the person that bought it said they're going to use it on their Christmas dinner table every single year.
Yeah, it would look good with pink and the mint green, non-traditional colors. And yes,
Absolutely.
Karen, butter is one of those foods that's so special. It does need a fancy dish every once in
It
a while.
does.
I
It
agree.
does.
I do get that a lot of people, though, would be fearful of using this for its intended purpose.
Oh,
But
so
we have a lot more rounds, Jason. I'm not interested in holding anything up. If there's no one here tonight that wants it, that's fine. We'll bring it back at the recap. It is gorgeous. And we'll see what Jason has.
all right, guys. My next item, I'm going to bring up another piece of my Fenton, some more of the coin dot. This one's going to start at $55. So if you guys do some research on this, you guys will see that 55 is a good start price. So this is their larger ruffled vase. It is the bulbous style, so it's kind of the rounder, not the straighter side. This again, Fenton introduced coin dot in 1947 and then continued the line even completely through when it closed. But they did more limited runs, and its heyday was the 1950s, which of course with this great, and I feel like it's getting washed out, but it is in the turquoise blue. So I'll pull it back there. Now I think you guys are getting a good look of the blue. So there is one little inclusion that got trapped in, which is very rare for Fenton. See if I can find it again. It's right here. So there's one little inclusion right there. But other than that, $55, if there's any interest in this vase, is the old G stretched vase or swung vase. It measures 10 inches tall. 10 inches tall by about 5.5 inches wide. So again, if you guys look at all those optics. Do you see it's almost like I said, like a kaleidoscope. It looks like a beehive in there. So again, that was the fun of this pattern. So you can see it's very clean on the inside. Thank you, Noel. I see you in at 55. Again, guys, I don't know if I'd ever be able to source this again at that price because when I go to sales, the start on these is $50. So I was really, really anxious and happy that I could find this to bring this to alive to offer to you guys. Again, this is from the 1950s. It is unstamped Fenton. There's no major scratches. I think this spent a long time in a cabinet. Again, this is the coin dot. And again, it was introduced in 1947 by Fenton. None of the ruffles have any damage. So there you guys can see that. It's just a gorgeous big piece of glass. Great to stack. You guys could stack this in a bonbon dish so that you guys could get the ruffled effect down here at the bottom. But just let me show you guys again, and you'll see this firsthand, how good the optics are on this. So again, we're in at 55 with Noel. We're looking for 56 or more on this gorgeous coin dot vase. Hopefully StreamYard doesn't give us any issues tonight with the chat. So hopefully the chat continues to keep moving. This is, again, 10 inches tall. You can see how great it is, how big it is. There's the inside, how clean everything is. I just saw my chat jump, so if somebody could put test in the chat just to make sure it's still working, that would be great. We had another issue last night. I know a lot of other resellers were having issues with StreamYard. I don't know if it's the weather going on in the country. All right, thank you, Holly. I see your test, so we're still cooking. All right, we're going to count this down. Noel is in at 55. Gang, if you're interested, please put in a 56. If you guys want an opportunity to own a very, very hard piece of Fenton to find, tonight's your opportunity. I don't know when I'd ever find this again to bring it to alive. So 56 or more, let's count it down. Use just in case if you're an active bidder. So we'll count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you all guys for putting in the test. Got to keep that chat moving. Super great piece. 10 inches coin dot vase by Fenton. There's Shannon in with a 56. Again, guys, please use those just in cases. Noel, you just got in there right before the bid end. So, Noel, it's coming to you for $57. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations, Noel.
Congratulations.
Good get. Good get.
$8, Jason. I have a fun little item that I found today. I have this really groovy casserole cookbook that was published by Redbook in 1967 with these great illustrations by Abe Gervin. It is 96 pages of amazing casserole recipes. fully illustrated with all the instructions. It is absolutely groovy. And it's in great condition. There's one condition issue down here. So it has one of these really cool spiral spines on it. One of the spines is busted 4 up. It's really, really cool. It also has at the end some notes pages. I was actually hoping this time around there would be some notes in here. Some amazing chef wrote something, but the note pages are blank. But there are lots of different recipes in here and a foreword that explains that casseroles were a savior for the modern woman because she would be able to just throw everything. It's so sexist. She would be able to throw everything into a pot and not worry about having dinner that night, as if it were really that easy. Just trying to show you the table of contents because it's really cool. So lots of different poultry, beef and veal, lamb, what is that one? Pork and ham. But there are 2 chapters that I think are particularly interesting. The sausage and frankfurters chapter.
Sign me up, Bill. Sign me up.
But here's one that casseroles made out of luncheon meat.
I could get down with that. I could get down with that.
Yeah. I think I want my luncheon meat on a bread and not in a casserole. But anyway, I just thought this was a really fun thing to pick up. I thought people who like cooking or like historical pieces of ephemera would really enjoy it. Again, it is 97 pages, and it's just a little thing, 7 by 7. So thank you everyone for your bids. I'm going to count it down. We're looking for 11 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I bet you that glows, Bill. I bet you there's some glow in that. I guarantee you there's got to be no glow. Oh. How about ham loaf?
No glow. What?
Do you like olive loaf? Do you like olive loaf? The lunch meat that's olive. Oh,
I like olives, Jason. Let's just say that.
But do you like them in your loaf? That's what I'm asking. Like olive loaf. Oh God,
no.
I love
when it comes to loaf, I like bread loaves. Okay. That's what I like.
Right.
So Cheryl had a just in case of 15, but Dawn came in with a 16. So Dawn, congratulations. This cool thing is coming to you for 16.
That's a cool book, Bill.
Yeah.
Hey, Karen Gillette, thank you so much for being our mod and bid ender tonight. Deanna, thank you for being backup. And Holly, thank you for dropping all those links in there as well. Please make sure you're following Karen's husband, Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings. Maybe Karen could drop his link in there for him. Please make sure you give him a follow. So $18, gang. I'm really excited that I can even offer this reasonable. It is on this Royal Dalton figurine. So it's this Royal Dalton figurine. Now, she does have a muff there, but she is the Autumn Breeze. She's the Autumn Breeze figurine made by Royal Dalton. As you can see right there's the stamp. This would be great. I mean, we're right there on the tip of Labor Day. Time to get ready to start decorating for Halloween and fall. And what better with a gorgeous piece of Royal Dalton porcelain. So this is a porcelain figurine. This was a series they did. They did it for multiple years, and I believe that this one is probably the latter run from the late 70s or the 1980s, okay? So she's this gorgeous Victorian girl with her hat. She's got this gorgeous purple bow. Even her hat is adorned with the same lavender style color. No chips, no cracks, no repairs. And then you can see she has this ermine. I guess it's ermine is those little black spots. So it's the ermine muff. And again, I think she would just look great on your mantle. She'd look great with your figurines. And again, she is the Autumn figurine by Royal Dalton. So let me show you the great details on her face because I feel like it's getting blown out. If you guys know some of this Royal Dalton pottery, or should I say, the porcelain, you know how fine it is, how easy it is to get chipped, how easy it is to get damaged. And she is in gorgeous condition. No chips to report, no issues. She's very large and in charge. Sandra, thank you. I see you for 18. And you guys could Google and start to collect the whole series. They did them for all different seasons. And again, she's your Autumn Breeze. She measures a whopping 8 inches tall by 6 inches at the furthest point. So you can see all the ruffles in her flowy, bustled dress. Very, very Victorian. This is reading true to color. It is like a mix between like a very, very light burgundy and a dark burgundy. So she's in this flowy dress. You can see there's no damage at all. And again, she is, and I'll show you the stamp again, she is the Autumn Breeze one. And if you guys do a Google, you'll see that these go for a lot of money. They were this, and it is also their copyright. I think it's the 1948 or 28 on there, but she's not from that. But they have made Royal Dalton figurines throughout the decades, stemming, I think, from the early part of the 1900s, clear up into Royal Dalton still made today, but there's some folks that'll say it's not the way it used to be. And some of this great porcelain was made best in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And I think she's a fine example of it. You can see there's like a mint green detail right here. She has also the details there on her arms. Super cute, gorgeous Victorian figurine made by Royal Dalton. And again, measures 8 inches tall, 8 inches tall by about 6 inches wide. So we got Sandra in at 18. We're looking for 19 or more. Is she getting blown out, though? Are you able to see her?
Yeah, she is a little, the bodice area is a little hard to see.
Okay, let me get in here so you guys can see the great detailing. They always did. I'm going to cover my face. They did great details on the eyes.
Yeah,
they're
her eyes
very,
look really
very
good there.
Very realistic, and she's a brunette. And I do think some of the series is that they're a little different. I do think they do offer blondes. I don't know if they ever did a redhead, but you can see the great details, the blush on her face. They just Royal Dalton has done it right. So they're very, very high end piece of porcelain. And again, we're going to count her down. We're looking for 19 or more. If anybody's interested, please put a bid in. You can only use just in case if you're an active bidder. So if you're an active bidder, you might want to secure yourself. That way you don't get outbid at the last moment. Secure yourself with a just in case, just to be sure. Oh, and look, she's got her little foot kicked out. I almost forgot Bill's favorite part of the figurines. She's got her foot kicked out. So she made the cut to hang out with me and Bill tonight. So 19 or more, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end on the what I believe to be the early part of the 1980s. And she's Royal Dalton, and she is the Autumn Breeze. Autumn Breeze. All right, good job. Great, Sandra. Secure your bid right before that bid end, and we'll call it. And I think she's going to come to you for $18. I love this one too. Heidi, I do too. So there's the bid end. So Sandra, coming to you for $18. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy her.
Yeah, that was a good get, given how much these typically go for. Jason, if I'm not mistaken, last year about this time, we had a theme of Autumn Breeze for one of our
Yes,
sales.
we did. Yes, we did, Bill. You are correct.
So I have a start bid of 20 on another piece of Fenton. I did not intend this tonight, but I have this beautiful milk glass Fenton hobnail pedestal swung vase. If anyone is interested, it is 12.5 inches tall, and it predates 1971. It does not have the Fenton signature on the bottom, so it would have had a stamp. But it is just beautiful. It's covered in hobnail, and then the ribbing down the pedestal. It is in great condition. All of the fingers are present. There's no damage, and there's no mineral stains on the inside. So whether or not it was ever used to hold water, we don't know. But it is just so nice. Milk glass swung vases look so good in my estimation. I have like 8 of them over there in the other room because they just go all year round. It's the one kind of vase that you can use all the time. So pretty. Yes, Rosie, I agree. It is a classic. It's just a classic, a standard. And you can find them in all different shapes and sizes. There are some that have just bellies with no pedestals, some with larger mouths, some with smaller mouths. Just a pretty, pretty vase to add to your collection. $20 start bid if anyone is interested.
It's great. These are so good for 4th of July. They're even better at Christmas time when you put some of those Mercury sprigs coming out of the top.
Yeah, I mean, I think Valentine's, you name it, it works. It's just a nice piece.
Yeah.
And at least here, I don't come across them all that often, and this is the kind of thing I tend to look for. So when I find one at a good price, I like to share it because I have more than I need, quite frankly. So really, really pretty. Thank you for your bid, Shannon. So we're looking for 21 or more on this beautiful Fenton milk glass swung vase, 12.5 inches tall.
And how many fingers? How many fingers does it have, Bill?
9. I'm typically not a finger counter, but if you even have one piece of bittersweet, milk glass looks so good with it. It does. It goes with everything. You just take the blue vases out from here and put some milk glass vases. It's so nice. So I'm going to go ahead and start that countdown. We're looking for 21 or more, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
And Holly, Bill and Holly would know she's got an incredible milk glass and blue glass vase collection. It is epic. So good.
Okay, there's the bid end. Thank you, Karen. So Shannon came in with a just in case of 28, but you didn't need it, Shannon. You're going to get this for your opening bid of 20. Thank you so much.
All right, Shannon, congratulations. All right. My next item, I don't bring a lot of pottery because I don't find it. This one hinges a little more contemporary. It's about 10 years old. It's about 10 years old, but it is a piece of K. Keaton pottery, and we're making that curve. We're making that curve into our fall decor. And I thought, what better than some of these different pressed leaves? This is what this potter's known for. So these are real. They're real in the essence that they used real pressed leaves, pressed them into the pottery, and then he stained it a little bit with this great coloring. It's kind of like a bluish gray color to it, how it lays there on the pottery. So it's this gorgeous vase. It's in very, very good condition. There's no major scuffs. There's no major chips. It's a great piece heading into fall. The inside, as much as I can show you, it's dark in there. It's going to be very clean in there. I'll show you the stamp on the bottom. And again, I believe this to be from 2013. So it is 10 years old. Gina, thank you so much. I see you're 18. So we're looking for 19 or more. And there's the signature. Again, you can even see the base isn't dirty. I didn't have to clean this. So whoever had this took really, really good care of it. I was hoping maybe Bill could help me try to determine what leaves and what, plants.
It looks like a Queen Anne's lace to me, which is a wild carrot. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know if other people think the same.
But it's got this great pottery feel, very earthy. You can see it's got all the great detail, the speckling. It has everything I think it needs when it comes to a gorgeous pottery piece. And then I love the way they put the embellishments around the top. Again, this is sort of in a cobalt bluish gray kind of look on top of the gray pottery. So it is unglazed, which again, then that feels more like a bisque. It's just a good feel. So the measurement on this, it's about 8 inches tall. So again, we hold it to our face for some reason. It's 8 inches tall. And at the widest point, it's about 4 inches wide. But I just love the detail, the fact that they were able to get almost every little piece of that leaf on there. And then the way they've painted it, again, this is pretty popular pottery. It is highly, I want to say it's one of the collected ones if you guys do any research on it. And Karen and Gavin, I actually have some Canadian pottery coming up, which I'm very happy to offer some Canadian pottery coming up in a later round. But again, this is K. Keaton, again, on this vase. And it is actually stone pottery, to be exact. And then it has these leaves pressed in. I just think that's a great autumn style feel. So you'll have it just in time to enjoy it for the upcoming weather. Could you imagine if you guys had some sprigs coming out of here? If you guys just put maybe some pussy willows coming out of it, I just think it would look so gorgeous. 8 inches tall. And we're going to count it down. We're at 18. We're looking for 19 with Gina. Gina, we just got it at 18. Active bidders, please. You might want to use it just in case somebody comes in there right before the bid end. And only bidding people that are bidding can use it just in case. So let's count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end on a gorgeous 10-year-old signed stoneware pottery. Cheryl's in at 20. Thank you so much. I'm telling you guys, when you have this, heading out into October and November, this is going to look so good on an entry table, on a side table, the center of your, dining room table. All right, Cheryl, it's coming to you for $20. Thank you guys so much. You guys, you'll enjoy it, Cheryl. You will enjoy it.
And I like that it highlights one of our native North American flowers. While it's not on the endangered list, it is kind of being decimated. So so that's really nice that someone made that. So Jason, I have a choice round starting at $12, and I brought some pixies tonight. I brought a full set, but it is for choice because people might not want all four. I brought a full set of the little Napco girls. These are the little Napco girl pixies. Girl pixies can be really hard to find, and this is a fun set. It took me a long time to assemble the set with all four colors with different poses. There are other poses, but these are the four colors that these Napco girls come in. And there are a couple things to know about them. But the reason I'm bringing them tonight is because when I completed my first set, I also at the same time completed a second set because I could not find the orange ones. So I went onto eBay and I bought a lot that had two orange ones. So it actually helped me finish not one set, but two sets. So that's why this one is coming tonight. So let me tell you a little bit about them. Overall, they are all in good condition. I don't have anything to report about the blue or the yellow pixie. You can see that the orange pixie's hair has been taken out of the traditional top knot that these pixies have. They almost always have this sort of pony or a top knot with then a pony on the back. So the orange one has like a child's hairband in it. So just know that that's the case. And another interesting thing about these is that these ceramics were painted in the base glaze color. So green, blue, yellow, or orange. Then their hands were also painted. They were glazed over, and their faces are actually cold paint. So the flesh tone on their face is cold paint, and they can be really hard to find in good condition. Now this one, you can see a little bit of green popping through right over the eye and under the eye, and that's because the flesh color is cold paint. Sometimes you see these where the flesh color is completely removed. It's a mess. I have a couple of those. But the other three ladies have beautiful cold paint on their faces, all have a little bit different expression, and the green one is actually in really good condition too. So they're so fun, they're so flirty, and because it took me so long to find all four, I didn't want to offer them as a lot because I thought maybe somebody might just be looking for one or two, because I remember sometimes people offering multiples on a sale. I just wanted one and I didn't want the other ones. So anyway, so they are cute. They're tiny little ladies. Let me just move this so I can show you. I can tell you what the size is. They're each about 2.5 inches. So orange is this little lady squatting in this position. She is a redhead. Amazing. Yellow is lying on the floor, dreaming about something, and she is a blonde, a reddish blonde, like a strawberry blonde. Oh, no, she's a regular blonde. It's the blue that's the strawberry blonde. And she's kicking up her legs, really flirty in the air. And then green is another sort of brown to redheadish figurine. So thank you all for your bids. I just have always loved these. I use these in my displays. When I get my Tonka trucks out, they're usually sitting in them. I like to imagine they're going to a movie and they're sitting in the back of the truck, an outdoor movie. Really fun to play with. So I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. Thank you all for your bids. So right now we're looking for 21 or more for choice, and there are 4 to choose from. It is a mod squad, Karen. I agree. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
These are amazing. Tina used to have a collection of these, and she sold most of them off.
So again, there are other configurations of how they're sitting, but these are the 4 colors. So this is the full set of colors. So so we're just going to claim them by color when it comes to it. orange, blue, yellow, or green. I'll show them while we're looking at it. There is the bid end. Thank you, Karen. So Happy Old Soul had a 21. Alicia came in with a JIC of 22. Pity Pat's Picking has a just in case of 25. So Pat, you have first choice at 23. You can let me know which color or colors you would like. And then Alicia, you're back up at 22. Happy Old Soul is back up at 21.
These are so good. I don't know how you could pick. I honestly don't know, because to find them all together like this as a ready-to-go collection is just amazing.
And when I was trying to get my first collection together, I was kind of insane. I spent way more than I should have spent on these just because I was kind of desperate. So Pat, the orange one is yours. Thank you so much. Alicia, I have the green, blue, and yellow left. Let me know which one or ones you would like, or none. That's fine as well. Because I do know people are trying to complete collections, so I get that you might not want them all. And then Happy Old Soul, you're back up at 21. So Alicia's going to take yellow.
Okay.
Happy Old Soul, I have blue and green if you're interested. And then Caroline at 20 if you're interested.
And then that would leave you back at least a day at your near opening at 13. Oh, these are so good. And those two colors look really, really good together too.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Happy Old Soul. The remaining ones are yours. Thank you, everyone. I'm glad they all have homes.
Amazing. All right, guys. My next item is the highest priced item of the evening that I have to offer. Heidi, if you're still in the chat, maybe you can help me identify this. I checked all of my Fenton guides. I did everything I could do except reach out to other resellers, but I did everything within my means. I think this is a harder to find piece of the coin dot made by Fenton. You can see that it has a long stretched, very deco looking style to the vase. I could only find one example of this, and they were asking more than 65, and it was merely a shade that fit, and you could see where it would screw in. So I believe this to be a harder piece of Fenton to find in part of the coin dot family. That's why I'm starting it at $65. I believe that this is probably one of those pieces that could be a unicorn for some people that collect the coin dot. Again, maybe Heidi's here. I do find a little rough spot right here at my finger, but other than that, everything is in very, very good condition. Can show you right there. It just seems like a little rough spot, almost like a little glaze pop to it. So again, this is in the coin dot. It is in the turquoise, and it is in the blue, and you can see the gorgeous optics. Again, I'll show you that when they did this technique, it gave like that kaleidoscope effect all the way around. So this face measures just about 6 inches tall. So 6 inches tall, and at the widest point, it measures 5.5 inches tall. So, and you can actually feel that it's almost like they etched it, like it was cased, and they like it almost feels like it's cut to clear at some of the points, the way it's made. It's a nice, thick, heavy piece of Fenton glass. Again, I believe in the research I was able to do, I was able to verify that one other person called this coin dot, and it was a lampshade. This is not, because their top looked different than mine, and theirs was in the white optic, not in the turquoise. I want to pull that back so you guys can get the full effect. I think this is so 1950s. It would look great even in some of your early 60s decor. I even think if you bump it back and add it into your deco, kind of maybe even your Nouveau kind of feel, I think you're going to be all right with this, even if you guys love the 1920s. This is a very gorgeous piece, and I think when we were coming up with pricing for things, Tina helped me come up with a price for this because this is actually the color of our living room. So I think Tina really liked it, but I was hoping maybe some of my Fenton folks, and I know we like to have a good educated chat here, I was hoping somebody else in the chat maybe knew a little bit more about this.
Jason, I was just going to say, when you said mid-century, to me, it looks really space-aged. We're watching one of the new Star Treks right now that takes place in the mid-century. And to me, this looks like it could be in one of the homes of the characters from Star Trek, because it's really groovy and alien looking at the same time. I think it's fantastic.
I've sold a lot of Fenton, Bill, in this area where we're at up here in the Northeast. there's a lot of Fenton. You can source it sort of easier than other places in the United States. I've never seen this version of coin dot before. Now, like I said, when I started to do some research, I was able to verify that one other person called it coin dot, and theirs was in the white optic, but theirs was a chandelier. It was used as, a lampshade. It was a shade that went on it. Now, this one is not. This is a gorgeous table vase. Again, this measures just about 6 inches tall by about 5.5 inches wide. So I just want to give it a few more moments for you guys to think about it. I know 65 seems like a lot, but honest to Pete, you're probably not going to see one of these in a live again anytime soon. There is, I don't want to call it a chip. There's just like a rough spot, almost like a bubble inclusion right here that you will feel with your fingers. And again, there's no major issues, but this is Fenton, and you can see it's not stamped. And again, the coin dot came to be in the first catalog back in 1947 in the Fenton catalog. And it is notably probably one of the most popular patterns that Fenton released and made continuously till their end, but then they would make it in limited runs. So again, this is in the turquoise blue, and it is in the coin dot. But if nobody's interested, we'll bring this back in the recap, and it's $65 if anyone is interested. Again, very clean on the inside with no sickness to it. But that's okay, because maybe it'll just live with us a little bit. So we'll get you going. I didn't see Heidi. No, did Heidi, Rosie? Could be whimsy. Okay. All right. It could be the whimsy pattern. I will write that down and do a little more research. Heidi, thank you. I was hoping that you would be in our chat to assist, because Heidi, please, as we turn it over to Bill, Heidi, just put in the chat, I think this is a really harder to find piece of Fenton. So we'll bring it back in the recap. All right, Bill.
$24, Jason. And I love this piece. I said tonight, Shawnee was my pottery company, and I was super excited to find this one. So this is a Shawnee piece that you don't see every day. It is the Little Bo Peep jug. Now, a lot of people call it the pitcher, but it is actually known by the Shawnee collectors as the Little Bo Peep jug. And the reason why this one is special is because Little Bo Peep came out in the 1940s in two versions. This is called the gold version, based on the color of her dress. And she is 7.5 inches tall. She's a 30-ounce jug. The much more common one had a white dress. She was 9 inches tall and is a 40-ounce one. So this one is harder to find. She's just sort of a holy grail for Shawnee collectors. And given her age, she also has a different expression on her face. If you look at the white one, you'll see she's looking straight on at you. This one is kind of like wondering what's falling from the sky. Kind of funny. She does have a little paint loss right here, and then one glaze pop, which is actually glazed over right here. Other than that, she was probably in someone's display case for a long, long time. So Alicia, she's 1940s. So the Little Bo Peep, actually most of the jugs that Shawnee did came out in the 1940s. In fact, if I can find it quickly, I can show you what the
look. I think it's always been the selling point on her is she always has that very surprised, like very cartoon, very Warner Brothers style face that I think is just so fitting for the era. I love her. I love her. And, if Misty was here with us, she'd tell you that they would make a good vase. That would make a great vase. Pop some flowers in there, and you'd be good to go in the center of your table.
Yeah, I agree. So my problem is whenever I'm under pressure, I can't find it. I should have marked it in the book. But anyway, she's really fun.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's really, really fun. She is beautiful. The glaze on this is gorgeous. Shawnee was sometimes not the best when it came to the different glazes. Oftentimes, a lot of them were monochromatic, just in one color. And here is sort of their transition to using multiple paint colors underneath this really, really gorgeous glaze.
And Bill, you might want to give it another moment. I think StreamYard was acting up and we were spinning again for folks for a couple moments.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't mark the page for the other jug just so you could see the difference. But a simple Google, if anyone's interested, you can find the other one. But this one is just so fun. So I'm going to go ahead and count her down. We're looking for 25 or more if anyone else is interested. And because we do this as resellers, that's what she looks like next to my head.
We do. We do.
15,
we even do it when we're shopping together. Sorry, Bill.
Yeah. So we were shopping for hats, and I was like, Jason, look at the
Yep.
size of the hat. I
Yep.
took my hat off. What was I thinking?
Ooh,
right.
You guys, it's a first. It's a first.
Oh, so they were spinning for a while. Okay. Or we were spinning for
Yep.
them. All right. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. There's also a boy too. I think it's little boy blue. He's a jug as well. So there are those 3 that I know of that you can collect. Really fun. So there's the bid end. Thank you, Karen. So MJ Bear, congratulations. She is yours for 24.
All right. Guys, please make sure you're subscribed to Garden Guy Bill. Catalog says Shawnee USA 47. That's what Pity Pat's Pickin' says.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Guys, make sure you are subscribed to Garden Guy Bill. The link to his YouTube is down below, along to his Instagram. Please give me a follow over on Instagram. Again, I say to you guys, we do a lot of reels and feed drops over there. Guys, if you have an Instagram account, you're going to want to follow us both. So, all right, you guys said, and I listened, so $15. This is one more of the weather stations that I was able to find. I'll get the glare off, but it is a high glaze cherry wood, as you guys can see. I believe that this is probably 1950s. You can see it is marked West Germany down there. It has been keeping really, really good. Now, we didn't have a lot of rain, but when it did drop a little bit, you could start to see it move over toward the change part. So I feel like this is working really well. We haven't had any big drastic changes in the weather as long as I've had it. But when we did have a little bit of rain coming our way, it did start to switch over toward the rain side. So Gina's in at 15. Thank you so much. I did give this a measure, but I didn't measure the ring. So the diameter of this is about 5 inches in diameter. Again, that is what I believe to be glass. So that is glass. And then the little knob does spin. That way you can show where it was one day. Then you can see where the meter goes the other day. So the metal is polished. It's in very good condition with no major pitting, no major issues. You can even see back here, that's the real wood tone color. It does have the flathead screws, so I do believe it to be on the older side. And I just think these are great. I think every house should have a weather station, whether you go up and look at it or not. I think it just kind of makes a home feel a little warmer. And I think this one could fit in almost any kind of decor. And I love the font. The font that they use on these is incredible. And then the fact that they have the exposed spring there on the inside, I think it's just even better. And I'll just keep tilting it to get that glare off. But again, you guys can see, and then the ring right here is how you guys can hang it. So it hangs from the ring. Again, that is like a brass metal that you guys can see. And it does have the flathead screws on the back. And all you have to do is simply, now they always tell you to put this in on an inside wall that is not really near like sun or very much exposed. You want to have it kind of near your thermostat in your home, and then you always hang it there. And then what you do is you set this, so right now it would be set to fair, and then if it moved, then you're going to be able to see where the previous indicator was. So if you had it marked there where it said dry, then you could definitely see where it would change. So that's your little daily indicator. You go up and move that. And the thin little dials on that, can you guys see how thin those are? And all in very good condition. There's no fading here to the inside. And of course it shows you stormy, rain, change, fair, very dry, on and on and on. So Sarah, I see you're 15, but we're looking for 16 or more. We're going to go ahead and count this down. I believe this one probably is the late 40s, probably more into the 1950s. Cherry wood, you can see that it is high glaze. Sometimes that laminate starts to chip. There's no chipping on here. It measures 5 inches in diameter. Nice piece. So we're looking for 16 or more, just in case if you're an active bidder. So we'll count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 16 or more. Gina's in right now. Sarah, I see you for 16. Thank you guys so much. I might have one or two more I'll be able to bring to upcoming sales, but I, like Bill and I, we listen. If you guys want it, we're going to find it. We're going to bring it. And that actually is a segue to what we'll be talking about in a little bit after we're done with our sale. So, all right, Mr. Bill.
So because things bother me, just if anyone was interested, those are what the 3-figural jugs look like. So the white Bo Peep is on the bottom, and then Little Boy Blue is over here. It felt like unfinished business, so I had to deal with it. All right, Jason, I'm going to start this at $10 if anyone's interested.
Right.
I have more pottery, but it is certainly mid-century pottery. It is a California Originals serving dish. I typically don't get these because they tend to be really chippy, but this one is beautiful condition, and it's also really gorgeous in person. It is a pink, slight pink iridescent glaze on it. Many of these are in the lava finish where you see the oranges and the browns, but this one is a gorgeous white base with a pink iridescent finish on the top of it, and you can kind of see it down here in the base where you're looking. But for me, Garden Guy Bill, it is a leaf vase, so it fits the bill. For Amy, Jason, and I, we can put 3 different cheeses in it, and that would be happy. That would be a happy day, or cheese curds, sour cream, guacamole, and salsa. It's just a really beautiful dish to sort jewelry, to put on a counter somewhere as a trivet dish. It is made by California Originals, one of the big California pottery companies, and it is 3 inches tall, 10.5 inches at its widest, and it has this really lovely branch detail for the handle. So it's super easy if you do use it as a serving dish to carry it around, especially if you put hot things in it so you don't have to touch the bottom. Now, initially, these were marketed as nut bowls or nut dishes, which obviously is also a great use for them. But I think today the way that we entertain is so different that there are lots of other uses for the mid-century pieces like this that are so pretty. It is marked California Originals on the bottom. So that is one of the California pottery companies. And some of you may even know more about that than I do. But it is marked California Originals. The mold number is 895, and it is marked USA. Yes, Gina, so it is marked. But again, I can't pass up these floral or leaf designs. And if any of you are actually booth owners, these are super helpful to have as not for sale in your booth to organize your little things, especially if you're a booth that has business cards or stickers or something like that. They're just great things to hold things in. So I'm going to go ahead and start the countdown. Sarah is in at 11. So right now we'd be looking for 12 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. You get a really nice sense of the iridescence there when I hold it like that.
Love these. And you're right. These are good to use on the buffet. They're good to use if you're going to sort things, and they're even better if you are a stand holder.
Yeah, agreed. So thank you for the bid end, Karen. Sarah, congratulations. That is yours for 11.
All right, gang, my next items are going to be choice. And me and Bill know that we have folks here that love some gallery walls, and you need the small pictures. So it's going to be choice. They measure 6 by 6. So they measure 6 by 6. They are actually little porcelain pieces that are framed, okay? And the porcelain, the artist is R. Limmer. And if you research R. Limmer, he did make a lot of bird porcelain pieces. So this is actually genuine porcelain. It was actually framed by the Sun God Art Studios in New York City. So I love the fact, now there is a little bit of wear to these. You're exactly right, Deanna. I love these hummingbirds, but there is a little bit of wear, maybe a little patina to it. And then this is like a fabric insert. So it's like a fabric insert, and then there's a cardboard back. And this is all fine porcelain. So there is just a little bit of wear. I believe these are probably 1950s, maybe early 1960s. But the great detail on these birds is phenomenal. And that center insert is porcelain, and it is signed. So I believe that it's probably a transfer of one of his artistic pieces, and then there is some embellishing of hand painting that is done to it. That's the best of my research that I could find. You can see there's gold gilding all the way around would look really, really good in those weird little areas in between doorways where we don't know what to hang. If you guys are wanting to bring some nature inside. So this is your first choice. And these are the little gold-breasted ones with the blue details. And again, they measure, they're nice squared for a gallery wall, 6 by 6, 6 by 6. And again, these are going to hang from the little hook here up top. So they have a nice little eye hook and they hang very, very nicely. A little bit of wear, but again, from the late 50s, probably the early 60s. So that's your first choice. $14, just $14 each. This is your second choice. Look at the details on that. Again, it is hand signed. There is a little bit of wear, just a little bit of wear right here, but I think it gives it a great patina, great for a gallery wall, and it is on choice. So we'll get in here again so you guys can see the great details. Again, you know, if you guys, it was all about aesthetics. So imagine this is on your wall, and then this gorgeous piece is here on the table in front. How gorgeous and classy does that look? I think the two pair very well together. You have the stone and the very, you know, monotone, very look of the grays and the cobalts, and then you put this gorgeous, kind of back in the day, it would be called the gaudy colors that they used on all this great porcelain. And again, I believe that it is an original artwork by him, signed by him, but it's probably on a transfer. So he probably created it. It was transferred onto these little porcelain wafers, and then they were framed, genuine porcelain on these great little, can you believe going into the art studio in New York City and picking these up? Like, that would be such an amazing story to tell. Little bit of wear here to the gold, but again, I think it gives some great aesthetic. I think they would look great on your gallery wall, you know, catacornered like this. If you guys do the straight on, they do also stand on their own. So if you guys have those little places, maybe on a mantle, when I did my reel, they stood on their own. So they're like little shadow boxes. So they're very versatile, really great in your different, you know, your different decors. If you guys want to bring, like I said, the outside, inside, it's not necessarily just for mid-century. This would fit your cottage core. This might even, it's a stretch, it might even fit in a bohemian style decor because, you know, you bring nature in a little bit with these colors, especially with the gold. And again, one more time, this is actually 3-tone. This is wood. So this is a wooden frame. Then it's like this fabric. It's almost like this tufted fabric that they put on the board in there. Then you can see the green board behind. Then that's the porcelain insert. So if nobody's interested, that's all right. We'll bring them back during the recap. Hopefully we're not spinning. It was $14 choice. They measure 6 by 6. 6 by 6. Great for all sorts of decors. Put them with your planters. Put them with your pixies. Could you imagine going kitschy and having some pixies in front of them? So if there's no interest, that's all right. We'll bring them back in the recap, but they were $14 choice. And hopefully our chat is moving because StreamYard is really messing with us. So, all right, Bill.
I have a feeling it might just be you and I right now, Jason.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right.
Okay, well, no, Susan says we're not spinning, so perfect.
Okay, all right.
All right, Jason, I have an item for $18 start bid if anyone's interested. And for those of you who joined the Valentinos the other night, I think it was last Friday, over on Instagram, you may have noticed that our sale ended abruptly. And that was because I was hosting and my power went out. I know the guys got back on without me, but the item that I'm bringing tonight was meant for that sale. And I can't remember if I was showing it while the power went out or if I didn't get a chance to show it yet. But it is a beautiful piece of glass from New Jersey. So one of probably the only major famous New Jersey glass company is Wheaton Village Glass. Yeah. And this is a vintage paperweight made by Wheaton. And there is the Wheaton Village stamp on the bottom. And it is this gorgeous, probably some sort of lily, pink lily pattern with all of these controlled bubbles all around. And what I really love about it is the end of each lily petal also is adorned with a little bubble that looks like a raindrop falling off the end of it. It is so pretty. And again, for a guy who currently claims New Jersey as a home, it's really fun to bring something from our home state. We have a couple pottery companies and one glass company. But when you look at it from the top, doesn't it just look like a flower in the midst of a rain shower? I think it's just such a brilliant, beautiful design. So pretty.
Bill, I love this. Did I see you have some more paperweights in your preview coming up later?
I do.
Okay.
So, this is the one from a known company.
Right.
And then there are some more later at the quick claim. So I kind of spaced them out. But look at the bullicante from the side and this big black blob that serves as the vase inside. So pretty. Thank you all for your bids. I'm trying to give you the best view of it possible because it's really glorious up close. And it is 2.5 inches tall. So I would say it's in the mid-size of the paperweights that at least I come across. So I'm going to start that countdown. Right now we're looking for 20 or more. Yeah, and Bruce Springsteen is here too. You're right. We have a lot of claims to fame. John Bon Jovi.
Yep.
Yeah. Taylor Ham.
The Jersey Shore. Don't forget the Jersey Shore, Bill.
And Taylor Ham. All right. 20 or more, if anyone else is interested. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Gavin, yes. I was actually looking for videos on YouTube about how these are made. Yeah, I need to look again because what the heck? How does this happen? Like, how does it happen? I don't know. So there's the bid end. Thank you, Karen. Noelle had a just in case of 43. So Noelle, I believe this is coming to you for $20. Thank you so much.
It is. And Steele, you're right. Heading down the shore. That's what we call it around here, not the beach. It's heading down the shore. So my next item is going to be pottery, $15. Bill, I'm going to need your help trying to identify the flower in a moment. But I thought of Karen and Gavin Gillette because when I picked it up, and I can't even do Misty proud. Oh, Canada. It's some Canada pottery, and it is signed, and it is Hill. I want to make sure I say it right. It's Hillbond Pottery. Maybe the Gillettes know of it. I did some research. It seems like it's a pretty notable pottery company. They made a ton of pieces, especially in this creamy gray color. So, Bill, what kind of flowers would you think they would be?
It's a different version of the same flower we just saw. That's a calla lily.
That's kind of what I thought. And the fact that they even turned the whole entire wall pocket into it, it has the same similarities. And I know what you guys are seeing. The 1980s are back, guys. It is selling like hotcakes. This sort of theme is very 1980s, 1990s. It is very, very popular. And this is a very, very, you're right, Deanna, it is.
It would be in Don Johnson's house, Miami Vice all the way.
It would. And it's in very good condition with no damage, no repairs, even has its original Canada sticker on it. There's your hole to hang on the wall. It is a nice large one. So if you guys love to cut those fresh blooms with the long stems on them, this is going to be a great wall pocket for you. It measures 13 inches tall. 13 inches tall. Again, it has all that great detailing, no chips at all to it. I don't even know if it was ever used. I kind of feel like somebody bought it and just put it away. You're right. The pastel colors, Lucinda, so good. 13 inches tall, and at its widest, it's 3.5 inches wide. And I have to tell you, I don't know that there's many of these around. And the research I did a deep dive on this pottery company. They don't make a lot of these wall pockets. So the fact that I have one of these wall pockets with no chips or no damage, and we're just starting at $15, I think is pretty amazing. Plus, it even has the Made in Canada stamp on the back, and it is signed. And I love the fact that it is unfinished back here because that's nice because it kind of grips the wall a little bit better, especially once you guys hang it. So if you guys have an entryway, one of those little strips in between your door that you don't know what to hang there, I thought this would look great. And I want to get the glare off. You guys can see that it is sort of like this creamy gray sort of look to it. And again, the great details, those swatches of like the hand painting on the side, very reminiscent of the 1980s. And then
I see peacock feathers coming out of that.
Yes, you're right.
On the wall of the Golden Girls home.
You are exactly correct. And you guys, this is what's in fashion right now. This is what is selling at the store that people are starting to decorate with again. It is like that throwback sort of 1950s kind of look with the abstract, swatches like that, yet in the 1980s color. So again, this would even look great if you guys had a stand to sit it in. I actually had it in plate stand for a little. So I tilted it back. So you guys don't have to use it as a wall pocket as it's intended. Again, right there's the hole in it, and it measures 13 inches. So if you guys go out and you cut some, maybe like some long stem, like sunflowers or daisies or things like that, you pop those in there, they're going to tuck right out of there beautifully. So again, some California pottery. Again, a lot of the pieces I found on line, they were more very utilitarian. They weren't kind of this decorative wall pocket style. So, but if there's no interest, that's okay. We're going to bring this back during the recap. Just $15 for some Canadian pottery. It's not Blue Mountain this time. Usually it's always Blue Mountain pottery we're bringing. And again, there are no chips, no issues at all to the rim. Just a gorgeous piece of pottery overall. And I think it's going to fit many decors. But we'll bring this back during the recap and we'll keep it moving. All right, Bill. Yeah, right, Karen. Even in a mermaid bathroom.
Jason,
Absolutely.
That may need to make a reappearance at the next mermaid bathroom sale.
I am. It kind of looks like a mermaid down there at the bottom. You're right. You're right.
All right. So I'm going to start this at 22, Jason. And I don't think we've seen any shakers tonight. What's going on?
I have some coming.
Okay. So do I. So I have these two little boogers, these little anthropomorphic tomatoes. And I recently did something crazy over on Instagram. I created a whole display around my favorite condiment, ketchup. And these little guys were featured in it. I got them only for that reason, to put them in that display, and now it's time to find a new home for them. They are incredible, in great condition. They both have cork stoppers, but as we know how cork stoppers go, that one is about to fall into the inside, and this one's a little messed up. But these guys are so fun, and they're tiny. That's why I call them little nuggets. They are only 2 inches tall. And luckily, they escaped being made into ketchup. So they get to keep their tomato form on top of their human bodies. I think that's why we love these anthropomorphic fruit and vegetables so much, because it's just absurd, right? So on top of the tomato, this is the pepper, the cute little yellow flower. And that actually is the color of a tomato flower. So that actually might be a bloom right there. And they have sort of these very delicate circus-like collars around them, which seem to be in really great condition. I looked pretty closely because a lot of the pixies in my pixie collection have this same ceramic work around them. And this was pretty indicative of the early Japan ceramics. The pixies that have this were occupied Japan. Now, these don't have any stamps on them, but my guess is that they are earlier. And they just have these mischievous little faces.
These are so good.
It's so funny that you say that, Karen, the two different spellings of ketchup.
Yep.
Because my niece lived overseas her whole life, has never seen it spelled with a C. And when she saw that, it just blew her mind.
They always remind me of little tomato clowns. That's what I always thought they were. So cute.
But much cheerier than clowns, Jason.
But isn't it? I thought clowns are the cheeriest people around, aren't they?
I agree. I have a clown collection, so I agree. But not everyone feels the same way. I mean, look at these guys up close. Oh my goodness, they're so fun. Ketchup and ketchup. But we will bring them back at the recap because we actually only have a few more items left before the recap. So we will bring them back in just a few minutes.
All right, so I'm going to get myself over. I lined up my shakers right behind you, so mine are going to be $14 if anybody's interested, because I felt bad, Bill, when you asked if I had any shakers. So
don't feel bad. Okay, feel bad.
These are some Farber Brother deco style shakers, and usually the glass is made by Cambridge Glass. So they kind of paired up with Farber Brothers, and then they made these little holders that they sat in, and it was a whole series that they made. Very, very hard to find when they're not pitted or rusted. And a lot of times the glass shakers get broken. So these, of course, are in amethyst. And we always tell you guys the purple is a little harder to find. I don't think they just scream deco. I think they scream very 1950s. So I've brought a couple pieces in the past. You know, I brought some little condiment jars, a few other things when me and Bill sold together. So I thought maybe it was time to offer some shakers. So these are cute little nuggets. They are stamped on the bottom. I want to make sure I don't have it upside down. So it is stamped Farber Brothers. Hopefully that's going to focus so you guys can see Farber Brothers. Very 1930s, very deco. The purple is very pretty, and I love these. And they made other companion pieces to it. They made oil and vinegars, all sorts of other pieces. So these measures, they do kind of a little bit. You're right from the side, Noel. You're correct. So they measure about 3 inches tall by about 2.5 inches at the widest point. So, and again, you can remove them. I don't think I took both of the tops off. There we go. So they do remove right here. So you guys can add the salt and pepper. If I can get it off. There we go. Hold on here. It comes off very easily. So you guys can see right there. And that's the original little tin top. Again, a lot of times these are pitted, they're rusted, they're not in good condition. And the Farber brothers and the Cambridge glass, they came in all sorts of different colors. They came in a cobalt, they came in a ruby, they even came in a great honey amber color tone. So $14 is a great start price on these. You can see it does have the applied handle on it. So there's your one, and here is your two. So you're going to get a full set of these in the amethyst color just for $14 if there's any interest. And you can see that there's no major pitting to the chrome. And these are really great. I mean, and they do pop out. They will pop out of those little inserts if you need to clean the glass. But again, especially the purple heading into the Halloween time, I thought this would be great if you guys were trying to do like maybe a haunted house kind of a feel, you know, when you need kind of the higher end, you know, fancy kind of chrome work. What were you going to say, Bill?
No, nothing. Nothing.
So these are so cute. So just $14. But again, if there's no interest, that's okay. We're going to bring these back in the recap. We're going to keep it moving. We're getting a little late in the night, and we'll get you back over here, Bill.
I was just noting that Gavin said there's a song called the Ketchup Song, which obviously I'm going to need to stay up tonight to try to find.
I've never heard the Ketchup Song.
I'm excited for it. All right, this is our last round before our big announcement and our recap and our 3 lightning rounds, which go very quickly, yes, which is why we call them lightning rounds. Jason, I have another piece of Fenton. I don't know what I was thinking, and I'm going to start this at $14 if anyone's interested. Okay. I have a beautiful piece of carnival glass. This is the lattice style. A lot of people call it the basket weave, but I believe Fenton calls it lattice, with the ruffled open lace on the top. And I brought it just because I thought it was maybe a color of the season, maybe for people who are thinking about doing a little high-end Halloween decorating. This might be a nice little cauldron to sort of tuck into your display somewhere. Maybe, could you imagine a little mini pumpkin sitting on top of this, or turning it over to use it as a riser? There is one surface scratch on the inside right here. You can see it really well, just to point out, but it is really lovely. And one of the things I love about this, if you were here when Fat Birds was on last time, we had a little conversation about carnival glass, and I know a lot of you know this, but carnival glass always has a base color. Yeah. And the most common base color is marigold, or that orangish color. The next most common color is amethyst, or the purple. One of the colors that's harder to find is the cobalt blue, and the base color on this is actually the cobalt blue. So it's, even the bottom of it is beautiful. So this is what the glass would look like before the treatment that made it iridescent in the carnival look. You can really see that sort of gas slick look here on the lace. And yes, it does have the Fenton stamp on the bottom, but just a beautiful little piece of glass. And I mean, just look at the bottom. It's almost like a mirror. That's how good the carnival is. So pretty. So this is our last round. I'm going to go ahead and count it down. Noelle had a bid of 14. Daisy Girl's in at 15. So we're looking for 16 or more. And active bidders can use a just in case. So here we go. What's that, Jason?
I said Tammy's in at 16.
Oh, perfect. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I can't stop looking at the bottom. I'm impressed with how well the cobalt is showing up on camera, because to my bare eyes, it doesn't look that good.
I love using these. I love using these at Easter because I love the rich. Yeah. Okay, so there is the bid end. Daisy Girl had a 17. Tammy had an 18. Noelle had a just in case of 53. Deanna's 25 came in after the bid end. So Noelle, this is yours for 19. Thank you, everyone, for your bids. All right. My last item, my last round is going to be choice at $12, and I got some birds to offer you guys. So the first one has its original label on it. It's Kelly glass, which is made in Ireland. Made in Ireland. Look at the inside, the swirl on that, the purples, the pinks, the blues. It's this gorgeous little bird made by Kelly Glass, which is a very good glass company and very collectible. So this little nugget here is going to be your first choice. These would go well with your little blue birds of happiness. So this little one right here, and I want you guys to see the great detail on the inside, measures just about 2 inches tall by 2 inches wide. So just $12. This is your first choice. There's no damage at all to the beak here on the front. Just this cute little nugget. They even pinched a little eye on either side. Just so stinking adorable. So it also, like I said, has its original Kelly Glass stamp here on the side. Or it's a little sticker made in Ireland. So gorgeous little bird. I know that you guys love to collect your glass birds, your little figurines. This little nugget would look great in your windowsill to let the sun shine through. So just gorgeous. Let me get in there so you guys can see all that swirl effect there on the inside. Very marble-like on the inside. And there is no glow. There is no glow to it that I could find. Maybe a little bit on some of that pink, but no glow to it. So that's your first choice. It's just $12 on that cute little bird. Then I have second. This one's very mod, very clean. And this one is stamped on the bottom. So don't, it is clear glass. This is made by Wedgwood. So this is Wedgwood. And again, I love using the clear with the colored glass because you can see the colors coming through when you pair them with each other and they sit near one another. So I'll show you as well as it's going to focus on my camera there with the Wedgwood stamp. It's just coming in, but it is stamped on the bottom. So a gorgeous piece of Wedgwood glass. No chips to the beaks whatsoever. This guy is a little larger. He measures... my measurements. He measures, where was that at? I lost it. 3 inches tall by 4 inches across. 3 by 4. So Wedgwood clear glass bird. He would look great with all your blue birds of happiness. If you guys collect some of the Swedish birds. And again, I love how tall he is. I just think he's so cute. And then you can see me coming through there. That's how clear the glass is. So $12 on either the Wedgwood bird, or you have the little harder to find Kelly Glass, because a lot of folks don't know that that's who manufactured them, because a lot of times those little stickers are missing with the country of Ireland right there. So cute little nugget right there if anyone is interested. So just $12. I'll just account for the lag again. But they'll be back in just a moment for the recap. And I guess that's it, Bill. We're good. We're done there with our normal auction rounds.
So before we start the recap, let me just say, first of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for the subscriptions. Believe it or not, every subscription is exciting on YouTube. And I got 2 new ones during this sale, which is like, typically during a sale, I don't get any. So it's really, really fun. I really appreciate it. Brad wants a bird, Jason.
Okay. So do you mind if I do a quick countdown, Bill?
Let's get it.
All right. So Brad's in at 12. Thank you so much, Brad. Again, it's going to be choice on the Kelly, or it's going to be on the Wedgwood. Both are in good condition with no damage. So we'll do a countdown. Brad, you might want to put in a just in case. So we'll count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, this one's the clear Wedgwood. I look kind of goofy coming through there. And this one is your Kelly from Ireland. They made other things outside of just birds. So if you guys love the Kelly glass, you guys could start a little collection with that. It is some good glass from Ireland. So Brad, thank you for your bid of 12. And there's the bid end. Thank you, Karen Gillette. So Brad, just let me know if you want this one we're going to call blue or clear, or if you thought they looked pretty good together, you might want them both. So Brad, let me know.
He'll take the blue Kerry glass.
All right, Brad, that's coming to you. So let me get us both back up here. And congratulations, Bill, and some more follows. Gina, your 13 did come in after the bid end. Gina, you might want to refresh, especially since we're heading into the quick claims. There was a little bit of a lag there. So just so you're in the best time as possible. So, all right,
So,
Bill.
thank you all for being here and hanging out with us and following and subscribing. But particularly thank you to Deanna and Holly and Tina for being moderators tonight. And a big thank you to Karen Gillette for being our bid ender. We are about to enter our recap. And this is the portion of our show where, Jason, can Gina claim for 13 since we're in the recap anyway?
Yeah. Do you want the clear one? Gina,
Yeah.
you can have the clear one at 12. The clear one is yours for 12, Gina. Congratulations.
Because I said recap, we're officially in the recap. So that was acceptable.
You got it. Gina, it's coming to you for 12. Thank you, Gina.
So during the recap, we will show you any items that weren't claimed earlier. Maybe you weren't here. Maybe you needed some time to think about it. We're going to do it fairly quickly. We're going to tell you a little bit about the item, note any condition issues, tell you what the price is. If you're interested, you can type your bid into the chat. If you are the only bid, the item is yours. If another bid comes in within a reasonable amount of time, then we will do a quick countdown, and Karen Gillette will remain our bid ender during this portion. So I'm going to start out. I have two items to recap. I have the beautiful LG Wright Daisy and Button butter dish, $25 start bid if anyone is interested. It is gorgeous. It's 9 inches long, 4.5 inches tall, and it's LG Wright, noted by the Starburst handle on it. The Ellie Smith one has a different handle. So if anyone's interested, you can just type in butter dish 25, and it is in the icy blue pattern.
Oh, I love that dish, Bill.
So Diane, thank you. I see your 25. It looks like that may be the only claim. So Diane, that's going to you for 25. I also had those awesome for 22.
Wait a second, Bill. Bill, wait a second.
What?
I'm too busy writing my stuff down. I didn't even make you bigger. There
Jason,
you go, Bill.
You don't need to show this butter dish in big screen because
no, you don't.
Gorgeous. It's
no,
so gorgeous.
You don't. You are correct. You are
Congratulations,
correct.
Diane. It is a gorgeous piece of glass.
It is.
So for $22, I had the little tomato nuggets. If anyone's interested, salt and pepper shakers in great condition. They were featured in a famous Garden Guy Bill display, if that matters to anyone. I actually won. Jason, did I tell you that I won?
Yes,
for the
you
week?
did. You did.
So my display won. So I'm a little embarrassed to say that, but they're famous salt and pepper shakers. $22 for the shakers if anyone's interested. You're up, Jason.
All right, here we go. So it's going to be $15. I had the flower frogs remaining. Bill was able to verify that this seahorse is Shawnee. So if you're interested in him, he is $15. There's no damage. He's reading true to color. He's sort of a buttery, peachy sort of color. Very good condition, just a little bit of crazing. And when I say condition, there's no chips or cracks. So it is made by Shawnee. So if you're interested, just put seahorse, $15. Oh, that really shows the true color. So there you go. There's the true color. So Shawnee, 15, if anybody's interested in him. I'm just going to move a little slow because I do have a few things. So 15. Oh, and he has eight different holes in there. So 15 on the seahorse. Then I had the Majelica style flower frog. There are a few little rough spots to it, a few little nips, but I think that just gives character to it. That's Jason. It is made, the Fenton made.
Yeah, that's good information.
Okay.
Dot and miter. I love that.
Okay. Dot and miter. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Holly. I appreciate that. Holly, I should have just reached out to you. So this here again is $15 if anybody's interested. So it does have a chip. Do you got Debbie there for the shakers?
I do. Right, thank you, Debbie.
Congratulations. So my flower frog is 15, made in Japan. It is a Majelica style. It is in the style, but it is stamped to Japan. So thank you so much. And I want to write that down before I miss it. So just bear with me, guys. Dot and miter. Okay. Thank you so much. So then that one was 15. Okay, Lisa, did you want this for 15, the flower frog? I'm assuming you did. Thank you, guys. Boy, there's a gnarly lag tonight. So, Lisa, I have you down for the flower frog. Thank you so much at 15, because I don't think anybody else is going to go in against you. So we got Lisa Green for that one. Thank you so much, Lisa. Congratulations on that. Okay, got you for that. And then I had the O Canada. Let me get my notes here. I feel like I'm all over the place, Bill, so just bear with me.
You're good. We're good.
This one is and what flower did we think this was again?
That's a calla lily.
Calla lily. Okay, calla lily. And this is the Hill Bond, made in Canada, pottery. Oh, Canada. I thought of the Gillettes when I found it. Very good condition, just $15. If anybody wants it, it is a wall pocket. So it is a wall pocket. $15, just put wall pocket if you're interested. Set that to the side. And then I had, for $14 each, these are the signed porcelain R. Limmer. So they are made by R. Limmer. He was known for his hand painting of porcelain. So there is some wear to them, but nothing major. So these are $14 each. Is it pink or blue? There is, I feel like I'm going too fast. Tammy, here it is pink and it is blue. And the color is like a creamy tan gray mix. It's like a creamy tan gray mix. It's reading true to color. Depending how the light hits it, sometimes it looks like a creamy gray. Sometimes it looks like a creamy tan. But those colors right there, it's actually almost three different colors. It's like a pink, a blue, and almost like a lavender. So it's almost three tones. So that was just 15. So if you were interested, just put wall pocket 15. With this lag, it's messing with me because I don't know if I'm going too fast or too slow. So this was your first choice at 14. So you can see it is signed hand porcelain with these gorgeous birds on here. They measure 6 by 6. So this was your first choice. And I was calling this one the orange one because he has the orange breast. So if you're interested, this one would be orange at 14. There's a little bit of wear back here to the back. I got you, Lisa, for the wall pocket. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Lisa. You got that. There you go, Lisa. Thank you so much. That wall pocket's coming to you. There is the worst of the tearing to the back, but the front, very good condition. And then here is your other one. Your other one right here, hand signed. And then this one was I was noting this one as blue, because it has a lot more of the blue details there on the breast of them. So they're 6 by 6, really good condition. You can see that they are signed by R. I want to make sure I'm reading my notes right. R. Limmer right there. So that one was available as well. Then I also had the Farber Brothers Cambridge shakers. They were $14 if anybody's interested. If they were interested. Oh, Bill, are you claiming are you okay?
I wanted to wait till everyone else had a chance.
All right, Bill, congratulations. Good score. I'm happy you found that in your book too. So these were available. They are the amethyst purple. They are the Farber Brothers. They are stamped on the bottom. And usually all the Farber Brothers has Cambridge glass. So I believe that the glass inserts are Cambridge. They're just $14 on the shaker. $14 on the shaker if anybody's interested. And sad to report, Tina came down and told me that we're not bringing the other vase back because it's going to go in our collection. So yeah, I normally don't do that on a live sale, but the other Fenton vase is going to stay with us. I think we talked ourselves into keeping it. So
it's cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, Tina says we got to keep it for ourselves. So gang, I hope nobody has any hard feelings. It may come to a sale again in the future, but right now I think it's going upstairs in the Mother Tucker collection. So, Bill, let's get us back up here. We still have that announcement to make while everybody's here, and then we have our quick claims yet.
We do. Thanks for hanging out, everyone, because this announcement is great. We are going to try something new when Jason and I are together. We're going to try our vintage viewer challenge. Jason and I feel like we're at the point in our collecting and vintage reselling where we could use a little challenge. So we're going to ask the viewers to challenge us. And we're going to do this on a weekly basis when he and I are selling together, but not when we have guests. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask a viewer to tell us what to bring the following week. Now, we're going to give you a category. The category could be a manufacturer. We'll leave it open. It could be a manufacturer of anything. Jason and I will each have to bring something from that manufacturer. Or it could be a decade.
Yes.
Or it could be a material that it's made of. Yes. Or it could be a design style like boho or mid-century or deco.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're going to switch it up every week. hey, if it works, we may do more than one a week, but we're going to start out easy. So tonight, we are going to ask a viewer to provide us a color for next week. Next week.
Yes.
Jason and I will each bring in a special round. We will bring an item of that color.
Yes.
All we need to do is match the color. We can make it any decade, any style, any manufacturer. But next week, we're just going to do a color. So here's how it's going to work. In just a moment, I'm going to pick a Scrabble tile.
Yes.
And that tile is going to have a letter on it. Anyone who wants to participate will type that letter into the chat. Right. Jason has a piece of paper where he has pre-written a number on it.
Yes.
It's folded.
No, wait, guys. You guys are already picking colors yet, so okay. you gotta wait till Bill picks the letter, and then you guys throw that letter in the chat. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna say stop, and then when we say stop, Karen, will you put in another bit end it for us? We'll say stop, then Karen will put in a bit end, and then what we'll do is I'll open this up, and then we'll count down the number that's on here, and that person will be the one that tells us the color that we're bringing next week. Right, Bill?
We will try that. Let's see if that works.
Okay.
Jason's going to count, not both of us. He's going to count.
Right. I'm going to count on my
screen.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, Doc Bill is going to tell you what the color is or what the letter is. And then you can type it in if you want to participate. The person who has the correct number will tell us what the color is for next week. Got it? All right. Tammy Thomas says gotcha, so I'm guessing everyone says.
I like that. Doc Bill. I like that.
That's what my nieces call me.
Okay.
All right. So here is the letter, everyone. So if you're interested, type this letter in. It's not the first person. It's the number that Jason has on his paper. It is the letter X. If anyone's interested in challenging us, type in that letter X.
And I just hope oh, guys, we need a couple of you to do it. So, okay.
Start counting, Jason.
Okay, they're coming. So we got 1, 2. Oh, well, I want to wait until we get a few in, and then I'll show the number so they know that I'm not playing any funkiness. So,
but we could potentially have 125 come in.
It's all right. Okay. All right. Keep going, gang. Keep going, gang. We're going to need a few more. So remember, you guys are putting in that letter, so you're going to tell us what color of an item to bring next week. So the number that I wrote down was 26. So I wrote down 26. I know. So let me count down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. I lost count already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24, 25, 26. So Wanda. And it was right before the stop. How did I do that? Bill?
I told Jason to pick a number under 15. He didn't listen to me.
Did it right
Wanda, you have the special opportunity to tell us what color we need to bring in our special vintage viewer challenge round next week. So just type in the color. How did you do that, Wanda? We don't know, but it's you.
That was good, Wanda. Congratulations.
What's she going to choose, Jason? What's she going to choose?
I don't know, Wanda, but you get to choose the color. And you can choose your favorite color. You can choose any color you want. And then we are going to showcase that. And Wanda, you won't be obligated to buy it. So
cobalt blue. Excellent choice.
All right. I'm writing it down. Cobalt blue. All right, Wanda. Well, now, Bill, it's got to be even extra special. It's got to be extra.
Yeah, because I brought the only thing I could think of as cobalt blue tonight. So this is why it's a vintage challenge. Thank you, everyone, for participating. We'll see if this works out. We chose a color because it's simple. We're going to try to get more complex over time. All right. So now we are at the point in our broadcast where we're going to do our last 3 rounds. They are lightning rounds. And this is how the lightning round works. We're going to show an object. We are not going to tell you what the price is. We're going to describe it. We're going to tell you anything you need to know about it. Then we're going to say what the price is. But hold on, if you're interested, you don't type the price in because the item goes for the price that we said. There's no bidding.
Right.
What we will do is, if you are interested in the item, you will then type a letter that we tell you to type into the chat. And here's where you're typing a letter and you want to be the first one. The item will go to the first person that types the correct letter. And in some cases, we have multiple items during the lightning round, and it can potentially go to multiple people. So we're going to start out simple for those of you who are new to the lightning round. And I'm going to show a gorgeous little ceramic piece. This lovely little lady, she is like, she could be a mascot for my shop. She is so Garden Guy Bill. She's holding a watering can. She is a Korea ceramic. So she probably has aged back to the 60s or 70s. I do not know a manufacturer, but what's remarkable about her is all of her flowers, all of her little dainty parts are all intact. No chips or cracks. And for me, she just has this beautiful autumn color tone to her, this colorway that I think is so gorgeous. And she's fully realized. Sitting on this bench under this arbor, I just think she's so pretty. I love her. And she's got her little shoes poking out. So what could be better? She is just a little thing. She is 5 inches tall, 3 inches from side to side. So if anyone's interested, she is going to be $14. And if someone is interested at $14, it will be the first person to type the letter Y. Anyone who's interested in this little lady, type the letter Y. The first person to type it, she is Garden Gal Jr. I love it. Garden Gal Jill.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it. So Daisy Girl, congratulations. You are the first and only Y. She is coming to you.
Very fitting. Very fitting. All right, guys. I'm gonna have choice, and I thought last week was the end of our bluebirds until Tina went and found 3 more. So I'm gonna offer these again for $18. Maybe some folks are done with bluebirds. Maybe you want to start, but $18, no damage. There's no damage to the beaks. So this is your first one. This one is actually 1996, and it is Ron Ray. And I want to make sure I show you guys on the bottom. So the first one I show you is stamped. It's 1996, and it is Ron Ray. So this is the largest one that I have. So I know a lot of folks either collect them for the size or the years they're signed. So this is the largest one at 4 inches. It's Ron Ray. These will be $18 each. Then I have a 1994, which is etched Ron Ray. That one will be a little easier to see. 1994 Ron Ray right there on the bottom. This one is 3.5 inches. No damage to the beaks, no issues whatsoever. So they're going to be just $18. And this one is the oldest one. I haven't had one from 1986 in a long time. So this one's 1986. Oh, wow. It also has its original Bluebird of Happiness label. And this one is the Leo Ward. So if you collect the Ron Ray or the Leo Ward, this one is your Leo Ward. So they're going to be $18 each. You can take as many as you want. The first person that puts in the letter B, first person who puts in the letter B, you can let me know which ones you want. So I thought I had them in order. Now I moved them out of order. So this one is your 94. This one is your 96. So that's your, my fingers are in the way. 96, 94. All right, Lisa, I see you. You might be the only one. All right, Lisa. So you got it. Now you just got to let me know which ones you want. Do you want the one from 96? Just put in 96. If you want 94, and you could take all 4. My goodness, if you were going to sell them, you could buy them all that and take them and sell them. And then this one is your 86. So just let me know, Lisa, how many you want. The smaller one, it's a little stubbier. That's the 1986 one with the label. And then you have the 1994 Bluebird. And then the first one I showed you was the one. All right. Good choice, Lisa. Congratulations. All right, Bill.
Okay, everyone. I said I was bringing some Shawnee tonight, and I even have some Shawnee in the recap. I have some more mid-century Shawnee in this beautiful basket weave pattern. This is also Shawnee from the 50s, and it is in a gorgeous sort of teal to turquoise color. And as you can see, there's a little bit of shine to it. There's a little bit of glitter, and it's this gorgeous little planter. really clean inside, a bit of crazing. And the size on this planter is 4.5 inches tall, 6 inches across. And I happen to have 3 of them. As you can see, the teal to turquoise colors, they do come in various shades, from like a real turquoise to a sort of greenish teal color, but they are all the basket weave pattern. And these come from a line called Elegance that Shawnee did in the early to mid 50s. So there are 3 to choose from if anyone's interested, and they will be $14 each. And if anyone is interested in claiming one or more at 14, the letter is H. Or as my niece who grew up in Asia says, H. Do you know that's what they say? H.
H.
She was saying it all the time, and I had to think, what the heck is she saying? So if anyone's interested in the Shawnee, one or more, the letter H. Ooh.
All right. We'll just give it a moment for the lag, Bill.
Oh, let's go.
Okay. All right. It's going to be $10 choice, and my elephant mugs are back, Bill. So I hope you're not feeling a little modest tonight because they're back from the Valentinos because they didn't sell there. So now they're going to be quick claim. So they're going to be $10 choice. I know a lot of us collect the Wasserbach mugs. This one's in very good condition. It's stamped on the bottom. It is West Germany. A lot of times you see that they're the Christmas mugs, but this one is, you got Gina in at H.
Gina, just tell me how many you wanted, 1, 2, or 3. That's fine. Thank you so much.
All right. So then this is the Wasserbach mug. It measures just about 3 3/4 inches tall. Very good condition. I think it's sort of unique because I've never seen an elephant one before. So that's going to be your first choice. No wear to the inside. These will be $12 choice. And then this one is made by Taylor NG. Very notable company for these collectible 1980s mugs. And this one is known as the Orgy mug. They made these mugs in all sorts of different animals, and they're very, very collectible. I know Bill's hiding his face, but I think they're comical. They're funny. They're not X-rated, but this one is known as the Orgy mug. If you guys, look that company up. Now, that's a paper label. So that means this has never really been washed because it has the paper label. This one's a little wider, but they both measure just about 3 3/4. So they're going to be $10 choice. If you love elephants, that is a good value for these because these go for a lot more than that. And the Wasserbach, so does it too. I know, Holly. Holly, sometimes I think you're the only one who gets me. You and I have such the same kind of personality and the laughter. I love it, Holly. I'm here.
Did you see what Tracy said?
No, what did Tracy say? Thick trunks. You are right. See, you guys get me. Bill makes me feel all like modest because I'm selling an Orgy mug, but you guys get me. So $10 choice if anybody's interested, and we won't judge it if somebody buys it. Put in the letter E for elephant. E for elephant. They're just fun mugs. They're definitely going to get some chatter started, and just look at those elephants having fun. They're just playing. They're playing tickle trunk. They're just playing tickle trunk, Bill. All right, Vicky's the first one in at E. So Vicky, let me know. And Brad, I see you back up as another E. So Vicky, let me know. We'll keep it G-rated. Just let me know if it's brown or tan. Vicky, so let me know if you want the brown one or the tan one. And then Brad, you'll have whatever's back up. And these trunk tickle ones, they sell really fast at the store. There's
Vicky's going to take the Orgy.
Okay, you got it, Vicky. Congratulations, Vicky. You're right, Lisa. They're just playing Twister. So then, Brad, let me know if you were interested in the brown one.
Yes,
and if you're all right, congratulations, guys. They're good. They're good, and they're fun to drink out of. All right, Bill.
Okay, my last lightning round is a choice. I have 2 beautiful paperweights that are very reminiscent in colorway of the one we saw earlier. I have this one. When you look closely, it almost looks like pink coral at the bottom of the ocean, and it does have controlled bubbles in it, as you can see all the way around. Now, this one does have a smooth, polished surface, so we know it's not a super, super high quality one, but it is gorgeous nonetheless. I just love these ridges on it. Really pretty. So this is the first choice. And then I have one that's about a ½ an inch taller. And this one is actually made by a known manufacturer, this pink swirl one. This is from Gentile Glass. And Gentile Glass is known for making paperweights and other glass implements that can be used. This one is just this beautiful sort of like outer space cotton candy swirl of pink. And these are going to be $10 for choice if anyone is interested. I'm just going to give you a size comparison before I tell you the letter. So the choice is between these two for $10. And if anyone is interested, it will be the letter Z. The letter Z, if anyone wants to claim one or both, for $10.
Bill, it must be New Jersey, but you find the best paperweights.
Well, there are a lot, but I pass on most of them because they're just not good quality. I mean, you can tell a quality paperweight. So, Susan, I see you for the first Z. You can let me know if you would like swirl or coral. We'll just call it coral because it looks like coral to me. And then Noelle is next. So Susan's going to take both. Thank you so much. They're both yours.
All right, gang. My last quick claims. I thought I'd bring some more glass tonight. So I'm calling these art glass because I can't find a manufacturer. But you can see this is a yummy rose kind of pink. So this is an art glass whale paperweight. This one has a fully polished bottom. You can tell that they took the tool marks and pinched the back fin here. No damage. They even pinched and then indented an eye on him. So they kind of pressed an eye in. So this is your first choice. Great for a mermaid bathroom. They're going to be $12 choice. So while you guys think about it, this will be your first one. And this one measures 3 inches wide by 3 inches tall. Anytime I find these, usually the fins are broken off, but the fins are not. And the fact that this is in pink is a little different too, because I normally find them in clear or blue. Then I think this is a really great example of an art glass swan. I couldn't find manufacturers on these. This one has a semi-polished bottom, very, very mid-century looking, the way they pulled the glass. Again, no chips. You can see this one is a little richer in the pink. So if I do that, you guys can see. So it's going to be $12 choice. This one measures about 3 inches wide by about 3.5 inches tall. So a really great mid-century pink swan. If you guys love pink glass, they're going to be $12 each. The first person to put in the letter G can have one or two. You can see this pink's a little lighter than this one, but I think they pair well together.
G as in garden.
G is in garden. So just $12 on these. And a lot of times these are always damaged. So I see you for, it was Ashley. Ashley's the first one in. My chat jumped. Lisa just put in a G, unless you're still putting it in an H for Bill. Ashley, let me know which ones you, see your G, Lisa. All right. But Ashley, you were in first. Let me know if you want the swan or the whale, swan or whale. And Ashley, you can take both if you want. All right, Ashley, they're both yours. Congratulations. All right, guys.
Gina, no need to apologize. We mess up all the time.
Oh my God. Don't ever. My gosh. And that's the quick slip of the fingers too. So that's a quick slip of the fingers. So Ashley, they're yours. Thank you. We did it, Bill. Let me just write that down real quick.
So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Once again, thank you, Karen Gillette. I don't even have words to thank Karen properly.
I agree.
I don't. I have to think of words and I'll write them down. That's what I'll do. That'll be my vintage challenge for next week. I'll think of the appropriate words to thank Karen because there aren't enough of them. And thank you to Deanna and Holly as well. Your support in the chat really makes what Jason and I do so much easier. We like to goof around and you guys keep us on track. We appreciate it.
Agreed. And the best thing that I can say is please make sure you're following Karen's husband, Gavin, at Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings. Karen, if you could put his link in there one more time. If Gavin was a reseller, we'd be promoting him the same way, but you guys are just as important because you guys are helping us with things that we couldn't do. All the way, you're right, from Karen all the way to Deanna to Holly. Our mods, thank you so much. And guys, it's always so much fun. So Bill, next week, it's going to be a cobalt blue choice, and it's going to be Wanda. It was Wanda, right? Did I get the name
we
right?
need to bring something epic because this is our first challenge.
I'm writing that down that it was Wanda because I want to make sure we promote that for next week. So
Yeah, and it will be a random round. We're just going to
Yes.
randomly choose when we're going to do it. I'm really hoping it's going to work and people are going to like it because I want to be challenged multiple times a night. I know
Me too.
Jason's not so keen on it, but I want something hard. Like
I can do it.
find something from the 1920s. Oh, that would be fun.
I can do it.
That would be
All right,
fun.
Mr. All right, Doc Bill. When are you going to be back again, sir? When can they find you?
So I've got a kitschy woodland themed sale this week on Thursday at 5 o'clock over on Instagram. So if you like owls, mushrooms, little woodland critters, we're going to be doing a 2-hour sale from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern over on Instagram. Myself and Steph, Crazy for Kitsch, we're there every week. Head on over and join us then. How about you, Jason?
Well, I will be back on Wednesday night right here on Mother Tucker's with the one, the only Enamor Amy for some fantastic finds. Gang, please make sure you're following Enamor Amy. Like Bill said earlier, trying to get these subscriptions is really slow and really tough during the summer. So please follow my co-host, the one, the only, the Kitsch Queen, Enamor Amy. Back for fantastic finds at 8 p.m. Eastern here on my channel. Then stick around because we're going to show the community's fantastic finds. I do want to show that email real quick because we are running low on some emails. So please email us any of your fantastic finds to sharemyfindslive@gmail.com. We want to see anything. We want to see your collections, what you got at the thrift store, what you bought at the thrift store, maybe something you even inherited, anything that you feel is a fantastic find. Please make sure you email it to us and we will definitely share it with everybody. Yes, sir.
Jason, Amy just reminded me in the chat that it's not too early to announce that next Thursday, not this Thursday, but next Thursday on the 31st, yes, Amy and I will be doing a pop-up sale right here on Instagram for everything spooky and creepy Halloween. So that'll be on Enamor Amy's channel at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're bringing a ton of great vintage Halloween to that sale next Thursday.
All right. Congrats. And what we'll do is next week, as we get closer, we'll have Amy in the chat. She'll be able to drop the link so you guys can go over and bookmark it. Gang, I'm doing a pop-up with Rochelle. We're calling it Uniquely Vintage, and we're going to be back. We're going to be back this weekend. Her and I, we're going to get together. It's going to be some apparel, some mid-century. So like you guys see what I sell with Bill or what I sell with Amy, we're going to hinge more on some jewelry, some, I don't know, it could be anything from ladies apparel, it could be to purses, and it's going to be some kitchen mid-century. So we were doing it on Sundays, but this week we're going to do it on Saturday. So come on over here to my channel this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern for Uniquely Vintage with Uniquely Rochelle. So please make sure you're following her, and her and I will be here to sell you guys 10 rounds of some fantastic things during Uniquely Vintage. So we're moving it over because we want to make sure that everybody heads over to Michael, the Cult of Vintage, his channel Sunday night. Him and Misty are bringing back the Vintage Rescue Squad. So they'll be going on at 7 p.m. tentatively, 7 p.m. Eastern on Sunday night. And they're going to explain to you guys the wonderful world of VAMP. So if you guys are not part of VAMP and if you guys are not members of VAMP, you're going to want to make sure you guys are, because some of us other sellers are going to be participating eventually in VAMP. So we moved our pop-up to Saturday so that I can be in the chat on Sunday night, and that'll be at 7 p.m. Eastern. So please make sure you head over there. They're going to explain to you how great this is going to be. It's going to open up a lot of opportunities for other sellers. So if you need to, head over to Misty's Instagram or any way you can get to her links. Make sure you are participating and you're registered in VAMP, because I think it's going to be the future in reselling. So with all that said, gang, Bill, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much. What else? What else happened?
We have one final announcement, public service announcement to make.
Yes. Please, and I have been forgetting to do this, please consider becoming an organ donor. There are some folks in our community that are going to be on the list and might even be on the list now. So it's basically giving the gift of life. All you guys have to do is, and I always try to keep it simple, the next time you guys are renewing your driver's license, just please say on the DMV, yes, I want to be an organ donor. It is the gift of life. Some folks in the community I know are going to be heading over and probably on dialysis. And if you guys don't know how bad dialysis is, when I was in the hospital with my organ transplant, the fella I was in with, he was going into kidney failure. And basically what happens is when you hit dialysis and they can't find you a kidney transplant, you can be in dialysis almost every single day, and you can spend up to 6 hours in that chair between them refining your blood to get all the toxins out that the kidneys can't flush. So if the person who's on dialysis would be blessed with a kidney transplant, they could get back to their life and become healthier. So it's just one example of how transplants can help people. So those people have to quit their jobs. They have to go on some kind of a support because they can't do the normal things because they have no time to do anything because they're trying to save their life. So with that said, just please consider becoming an organ donor. If you are one, ask somebody else tomorrow to be one. If we can just pay it forward, it would be really awesome, and I would greatly appreciate it. So ending on a high note, it's always fun, Bill, becoming an organ donor, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you back Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern for Fantastic Finds with me and Enamour Ames.